can't hear me at all, I will continue talking just in case, so that when the scenario comes back, then we're there. We have the Danish team continues attacking, and the 3-0 for Amaga right now. They're coming from the close side. We have now one in the middle, one almost above the goalie. The ball is there. The goalie is trying to rescue the situation. And the ball is still there, like 1 meter away from the basket. Recovered by the US team. And now they're trying to pass the middle field, but the foretaking of the Danish is also good. Now Mariana, the captain, just recovered the ball and is coming with a counter-attack, coming over the open side, going, passing defender on the goalie, fighting from the side, and pass the ball farther. Nevertheless, Marcos defend very well. I mean, they're doing a little bit better job. They're keeping Danish girls at least a little bit more somehow under control, but the attacks from Amager are really dangerous, actually, very good.
It's the end of the first half, and we have a 3-minute break. We reset the live stream, so we have now only 20 people watching us. Hello to the 20 people still in the live stream after the reset. There was a little bit of a problem. Please give us feedback about the sound and about the quality. So yes, Lorena, what do you say about this first day here of the Champions Cup, number 31 in Berlin, about the games you saw already? We have Federico here from the Colombian team walking through the picture. It all works quite smooth. We had a little bit of problems.
I know, yes,
with
but
the live stream.
I'm trying to chat with the people here. I'm trying to listen also to the audio to see how it's the quality,
and
so we don't keep.
I was trying to tell a story.
I'm sorry. Continue. I want to think the technical things should work out. Please.
No, now you have to talk.
No, it's fine. Please, I'm really checking this out.
So we had a little bit of a problem with the live stream in the beginning. The setup was not working right, and we had problems getting the sound in. But now we are up to speed, and we saw some already games. We saw Malch, we saw the Colombian team, we saw the Finnish team, and we saw Molde, some of the main, the top teams here in this Champions Cup in Berlin. It's about 5:42 now in Berlin. In the evening, quite cold and dark outside already. So the teams are coming in, staying for warming up, playing, and then go to their hotels around the pool area again. So this is the regular rhythm here in the Champions Cup, because we don't have that much space in the hall, and it's very warm, and the air is very humid. So I'm pretty curious about Malch. Did you see the first game, Lorena?
Yes, it was earlier today, and they play against Switzerland, again at Helvetia. They finished 3-3, and this year
3-3.
Yeah, they finished, and then they went to penalties, and then Helvetia won on penalties.
Malch against Helvetia.
Yeah, that's against the Swiss. I know, that was a surprise for me too. I'm trying to see what time was this. I think I was with Beate. We were talking about it.
I haven't seen the game. Really?
Yeah, it was today at 12. No, at 1. Sorry. And yeah, they finished. I was surprised. That's what I mentioned, because I was checking, and actually, since this year, there's no tied games. All of the games need to be they have a winner. And then they will go to penalties. There's not going to be sudden death, so they go 1-1.
Okay, let's go back to the game, because you weren't listening to me. Malch.
Marcos, I thought. No.
Let's go in the game. We see back again.
I thought you mentioned Marcos earlier game they had today, because Marcos is still playing. So we are now.
What is my name, Lorena?
So we are now in the middle area of the pool, and the Danish girls got the ball, and they're trying to attack over the close corner. We have the defense into position, but great pass from one side to the open side, but the Marcos defend really did a good job, and now they're a counter-attack, but there's two of the blue team stopping her. It was a pity because it was a great counter-attack, but there was no one coming. She was alone fighting against two. Nevertheless, she could keep the ball and pass it farther. Now, oh, that was a soft pass, and the Amaga girl just intercepted. And now they're trying to do a counter-attack. It's one blue girls against three whites, almost coming over the side, trying to attack. Fighting against four, still keeping the ball, trying to pass it to the next Danish player. Now they have been going up a bit, but the ball fell, and the Danish player was trying to attack but pass it. Still 2-3 meters away from the Mako's goal, and score for Amager. The captain Marianne blocked the basket, and there was goal. So, what do you say?
What I say, I didn't say anything. I think you can see the experienced team here is the Amager team, and the Marcos have difficulties, even though they did a pretty good counter-attack, very fast. But the coolness Amager plays here is difficult to break for the Marco players, and they are not impressed here. You see, they can go fast, but this, like an attack like this, where they had three players going for the two Amago players in defense, they should have pushed in the first wave to give the second wave a chance to use the opening they did, but they stopped the attack, and now they try to rebuild their attack, but there are not enough players down from the Marcos to really put pressure on the Danish basket.
Yeah, but do you remember Marcos were here also last year, and they were the youngest team.
Yes, they are super young.
Super young players, all I think at 14, 15 years old girls. So they're doing an amazing job. And the Danish team is an experienced team. I think Marianne, the captain, has been playing since I used to play in the Champions Cup. We're talking maybe 15 years ago already. So that's a lot of Champions Cup. We have now an attack, blue one on the goalie. The goalie is kind of bit of a shoulder in the basket. That was a little bit of a gray area. With the women, have to be careful because sometimes your shoulder is not wide enough and you kind of
That
dive in. It's a little bit, yeah. And still fighting the ball is above the basket area, and I can't see who is in position of the ball. We have now the Danish attacker from about trying to pass it and find a hole, on the side of the body of the goalie. It did not work. Laila just passed it to Mariana. Mariana passed it farther in the middle, and that was a very nice game, double passes, and now they completely create such a big chaos in the defense, and eventually the basket was empty.
It was
so great goal.
The way the coolness and the dominance they play around the US basket is impressive, and they just wait for the chance without risking anything, and then they go in like
No, but they go really in, and they keep passing really
putting pressure
50 centimeters away from the basket and body with body against the defender. It's really well done. After this game comes Orcas against Helvetia. Remember, the women have 10 teams, and we have 3 groups. And the one group, which is this one, is G, where you have Amagar from Denmark, Orcas from Colombia, Connecticut, Marcos from the US, and Helvetia from Switzerland. So we have now, again, a big fight on top of the goalie of Marcos. The ball now is on the surface. The Danish women keep recovering the ball, and they're attacking from above, and then they pass it down. They're very good, very consequent. They constantly do this, and now we have another goal for the Amager. And this year they are with 8 players. Last year they were with 7. And it's really impressive, very good condition, physical condition, because they play like we have a full team of 15 players.
Yeah. Even though in the first game against the Orcas, They seem to be a little bit out of the game, but here they show a very good performance, very solid, very dominant and self-confident in the water.
Sí, el partido de orcas de las chicas contra Suiza viene luego de este partido, para los colombianos que están preguntando. So we continue. Now we are in the area, in the play area of Denmark, but we're far away, and the US team is having trouble to really go closer to the basket. So it can be any kind of a race. So now they're being cautious. They're trying to recover there because these attacks are so exhausting. Then you need to catch up your breath before you can do the next attack. We have now Marianne, the captain, into an empty basket. And yeah, I mean, they were defending a lot. They recovered the ball. They went and tried to catch up there. And in that moment, you lose the ball. That's a killer. I mean, it's a killer because you need to, sprint back and...
But do you think it's a question also after these last 17 minutes, the Marcos get tired of the concentration and the pressure they are under? So you make more mistakes?
Yeah, could be too. Or maybe, if they cannot do their game and they see how hard the Danish women are defending and fighting, then eventually if you feel frustrated because you cannot bring your game, that also play. The mental state of mind played a huge role. We shouldn't underestimate it. Doesn't matter how many plays, doesn't matter the conditioning, but if the players are not being able to bring up what they normally bring up, then normally they motivate a team a little bit. So.
And I think Amager here is very self-confident, and they look cool in their game, and this self-confidence in the water, confidence in the water, just allows you to play your game.
No, es el Marcos de Connecticut, the U.S. ¿Alguien me puede explicar por qué se llaman igual que el equipo de Colombia? ¿Son familiares o algo? Siempre también me pregunté eso. There's a Marcos in Colombia.
Another attack from above from a Amager player, fended off, and the goalkeeper really had problems getting into the position, and there was the gap. The Amager player from the close side needed to push the ball into the goal, and it should be an 8-0 lead now, or was that already 8-0 lead for Amager.
And this is 1.5 minutes to go. Remember, this is effective time. That means the time does not stop, and it continues to run. So it's 2 times 10 minutes, but it goes much quicker because in a normal game you would stop the time every time something happens. So we have 1 more minute, and Marcos is trying to attack the basket of Denmark, but they are really so good and foretaking and recovering the ball and keeping and passing it farther. They're always into position, and they're doing a really good job in covering all the 3 dimensions of the pool. The passes are also assertive. They are very precise. Even if they sometimes pass it in front of the nose of the defender, and they're doing very well.
The strength also of the players you see in the one-on-one fights, it's difficult for the Marcos, and I think it's the age too, the strength in the age of the young players. They have difficulties. Oh, just talking about it, and this Marco players just ripped the ball out of the hand of a Danish player and goes for it. So, well, there is a contradiction to what I said. This always happens fast.
To prove you wrong.
Yeah, to prove me wrong.
This girl just
is
heard
life.
you and said, like, watch me.
Yeah, that's my life. I always get proved wrong, and I try to improve. Back in the game. Amager is back in ball possession after the tried out attack of the Marcos.
And 8-0 for Amager. The time's up. Let me write it down. 8-0.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, where are you watching from? We have right now, after the reset of the live stream, we have 84 people in the live stream. Where are you watching from? What is your home and your city? What is your home country? We're always curious. How can you hear us? How is the live stream audio? How is the picture? How do you like the games? And what's your estimation for the upcoming game, which is
Orcas versus Helvetia. Orcas from Colombia, and I'm looking for the list so I can read it to you. And let me see. Orcas female against Helvetia. So we have for Orcas, entonces Colombia, estamos ahí listos para ver el partido de las niñas. Número 2, Manuela González. 7, Daniela Marín. 10, Liliana Díaz. 12, Sofía Arango. 15, Margarita García. 17, Claudia Echeverri. 19, Angélica Miranda. 21, Silvia López. 26, Manuela Torres. 28, María Camila Henao. 72, Mariana Castaño. 88, Carolina Zuleta. Y Helvetia, Wolf, you want to read or should I read it?
Yeah, I can do that. Yes, so Helvetica from Switzerland. Merke Cecili, this number 5. Number 6, Hurtado Quinceno, Antrena. Oh, what am I reading here? Ah, that's a double name, sorry.
Sí.
Hurtado Quinceno.
No, the name is here, this is the family name.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. So Cecilia Merkle is the first one, is number 5, and Andrea Vanessa Hurtado Quiseno is number 6. Number 7, Helena Hedge. Number 9, Irene Kaiser. Number 10 is Judith Buchli. Number 12, Oda Wiegen. Number 14, Simone Büchler. Number 17, Anna Suetinova. Number 21, Mirjam Ragosnik. Number 22, Ellen Reift. Number 33 is Tamara Kavelti. Number 42 is Katrin Heierli. Number 46, Miriam Fuchs. And number 81 is Isabel Morgenstern. So as you might know, number 42 is the answer to everything in the universe. So we have to watch Katrin Heierli. She will answer this game. So just to give you a little update what's going on. Yesterday we already had the third Underwater Rugby Academy here in Berlin. We had 4 workshops and presentations, and it was an amazing evening. We had 30 people with us in the room, and for the first time we were live streaming the whole event over Facebook live stream. You can still watch the recording on the Underwater Rugby Academy Facebook site, and the topics have been the Underwater Rugby Academy Sensor project, which was presented by me, and we had Julie and Irfan in the live stream from Australia and Graz. And then together with Lorena we had the topic of live stream commentating. Then came Lisa Sapros, who was co-organizing the World Championship in Graz this year, and she presented us the numbers and what she learned from organizing it. And the last topic was from Manuel Tito de Moraes. He was presenting his thoughts and his questions to the video review they are using in the EuroLeague. Very interesting day with a lot of talk, a lot of good questions, and we are proud and happy to be able to present the third Underwater Rugby Academy.
And
here
we
in Berlin.
still, trying to gather some money so we can do the website. And we have these stickers that we sell for €2 each, and you can buy them here for us. And Wasabro was so nice to give us as a present. It was his donation, so we can sell them and hopefully get a little bit of money, and we can put all that material we have recorded in the last 3 years in the webpage. So come here and buy those stickers for €2. It's really small money, and that helps us a little bit farther, right, Wolf?
Yeah, totally right, Lorena. Totally right. So
And I
also,
want to show the Wasabro t-shirts. Oh, I need the camera back. There. So look at that. Isn't it beautiful? But this is just if you're crew. But I think they done new t-shirts for this year, so you can, Wasabro will be here tomorrow and on Sunday, so you can come and buy the t-shirts from them then.
thank you very much, Elisa, for the feedback. Yeah, Gabriel, Juan Jose is always trolling us. He's our personal troll. So that's
Yes,
his
that's
description.
we have all the family. We have the mother, Jacobo, the brother, the auntie. They were commenting the game before.
And also, please visit our Instagram of the Champions Cup Instagram channel and the Facebook channel. We're posting stories and pictures there, so updates and everything also on these social media channels. So we're watching for the start of the next game.
Orcas juegan ya. Estamos esperando. Ya empezó el partido. A ver,
And
perdona.
here we go into the game. And we have the Orcas in blue and Helvetia from Switzerland in white. We're in the middle of the pool, and who is in ball possession? There's a cluster going up to the surface. Yeah, it's undecisive. There's a cluster going into the surface above near the Swiss basket. And Swiss player was successful in getting free, but is stopped in the middle of the pool on the surface again, and then another cluster.
Yeah, important is this is the group G, which is Amaga, Orcas, Macos, and Helvetia. And Orcas played earlier today against Amaga, and they won 3-0. Okay, Amaga just won against Macos, and Macos lost against Helvetia. So we already had a lot of games of this group. So right now, we have to see, they're playing for the first position in the group, these girls.
And Helvetia does a good job here in keeping hold on to the ball and stopping the attacks of the Orcas. The Orcas are not that free right in the moment. Which they cannot play their game as much as they would love to. I guess the Swiss team is plucking that
team since a few years now, so I didn't know what to expect. So we see we have 100 people viewing, and we have now a counterattack from the Colombian team, and they're now changing the side, coming over the close corner. The defender is in position of the Swiss. Now we have still the ball, trying to play around, but there was no player to pass it, and now they're going up in the corner. I mean, good job from the Swiss team defending.
It's not an easy game in these first minutes for the Orcas. I would have thought they dominate more than they do right now. They seem to have difficult to find their rhythm against a very very persistent Swiss team. But here is the first attack chance, change of the goalies, but the ball was tackled away to the surface, and the two Orca players don't communicate who wants to do the goal.
That was a pity, because that could have been a great opportunity. It was 2 against 1, and the one failed with the ball into attack, or he was trying to give it pass to the other one, and the other one didn't see that coming. So it was a pity, because it was a good opportunity to score right now.
And again, we're in the middle of the pool. The Orcas tried to swim there around the basket pattern, back and forth, to open up gaps in the defense. But the forechecking of the Swiss is quite heavy and very well established, so they interfere with the movements of the Orcas and block them. And as soon as they get a chance, they get hold of them. Oh, this is a chance now. The goalkeeper was going away from the basket, but the Orca player didn't have much time, and she lost her mask. But still, the ball was in Orca possession. But now the Swiss regained it, stopped by the Orca defense forechecking. But compliments to the Swiss capabilities.
Great, I'm also surprised, because Colombia won the second place in the World Championship, even though it was not just the Orca. There were players also from other teams like Castores and some others. So, but we have many of them, or some of the players of Graz here. Nevertheless, they have also some new girls playing. So let's see if they can maybe have more um, it's like they don't, the dynamic is not, they're not flowing. There's
Yes.
people failing in being
But
there
I
to
think
get the
it's because
pass.
of the Swiss, because of the interference of the Swiss.
No, not really. Right now, there was a few times you have the one in possession of the ball. There was no one to really pass it. And of
Okay.
course, the Swiss took advantage and maybe attacked with 2 or 3. Estamos viendo que las chicas de Colombia están teniendo problemas para atacar al equipo suizo. Como que a veces está faltando la jugadora para poder seguir con la jugada. Están a veces se dejan como muy solas y las chicas de Suiza realmente están pudiendo entonces bloquear a la jugadora, queda sola con 2, con 3. Normalmente estoy acostumbrada a que siempre hay 1 o 2 bajo el agua para poder hacer la presión y generar la ola para provocar la falta y hacer el gol, ¿no? Realmente hubiera pensado que ya en este momento del partido hubieran tenido 1 o 2 goles. Así que vamos a ver si pueden jugar. Oh, goal. Goal, goal, goal. No, no goal, no goal. Okay, no goal. ¿Por qué? There was no goal. Something happened. I don't know if she grabbed the basket. It looked like a little bit, but it also looked like the goalie was quite stable on the goal.
So it's a very good game we see here. Both teams are trying to find their patterns, and I'm very impressed by the performance here of the Swiss team, who are I think I have to contradict here, Lorena. It's a lot of the game of the Swiss that is interfering with the game of the
Yes,
Orcas.
they are, of course. I'm not saying they are not doing it, of course. But every now and then you also have the mistakes. And now we have one of the Orca players just stole the basket. Let's see if the ball can get to her before she's running out of air. Now she's being replaced by the next player and the goalie of the Swiss team.
Another Orca player.
Yeah. But it takes too long, and now the Swiss team, something happened.
She was out of the playing area, so it should be a free throw. It was out for against the Orcas. And we have a fast counter-attack. It's a one-on-one chance, but the player didn't succeed. I think it was Lido Diaz. She didn't succeed to push into the goalkeeper. She pushed away from it. So she had no effect on the goalkeeper lying on the basket. And so she was in a very good position back on the surface. And we have less than 2 minutes left in the first half here of the Orcas from Colombia in blue against Helvetia from Switzerland in white. And it's still a 0-0.
El primer partido de Orcas femenino quedó 3-0 para Orcas. No, I'm surprised because this team, the Orcas won already against Amaga.
See?
And Amaga had, goal.
Here it is.
No? Is it goal or is it not again?
Yes.
No goal? Okay, yes, goal. Goal for Orcas. Finalmente han logrado hacer un gol, pero casi al final del primer tiempo. Y jugaron 3-0 contra Dinamarca hoy más temprano. Así que la verdad es como si las suizas también estuvieran más fuertes. Normalmente lo que conozco de las chicas suizas que estuvieron varios años sin venir fue que era un equipo un poco más débil, o sea, normalmente. Pero bueno, hace varios años que no vienen, están entrenando y jugando en la Tri Nations League. Y entonces, bueno, se han reestructurado y han crecido como equipo. O sea que la verdad es interesante ver el juego que están haciendo. I think it's interesting to see the game the Swiss girls are doing, because the last time they came, they had a completely different quality of game, the Swiss women, and probably the participation on the Tri Nation Leagues has helped them to grow, and now it's really great to see. I'm just surprised because I expected, since Orcas won against Amagar, I thought maybe they might be stronger than the Swiss team. That was just an assumption I did.
Yeah, I would have thought the same. But now it looks like the Orcas are getting in their rhythm. That was a nice, even if it was a dangerous long pass over the head of the defender right in front of the basket. But now again an Orca player stole the basket and the other one played it above her head, which is always dangerous because then it can be snatched away like it happened. In this case, she should have tried to go for the basket herself, so her teammate would have made the room in the gap she could have used to place the ball into the basket. We're on the surface now. So a lot of clusters in this game. 8-7-6 seconds left in the first half
Could you see who scored the
No.
goal in Orcas?
and
No,
end
no
of the
pudimos
first
ver
half.
quién metió el gol. Bina said before that if we want to talk in different languages, we can put you in a channel, me in another channel.
I want to be in your channel.
You
Please, can I be in your channel?
Yes, he can be
Which
said.
language? Which language? Well,
Let's concentrate on the game. And well, we have 2.5 minutes now pause in the halftime. And du kannst auch was auf Deutsch sagen für die Schweizer, weil ich habe was auf Spanisch gesagt.
ich kann ja auch was auf Schweizerdeutsch sagen. Liebe Grüße zu allen, die aus der Schweiz gerade zuschauen und zumindest Schweizerdeutsch sprechen. Schön, dass ihr hier bei uns im Chat seid. Lasst mal was von euch lesen im Livestream-Chat. Guckt jemand aus der Schweiz zu. Die Performance hier von den Schweizer Mädels ist sehr beeindruckend. Ich bin erstaunt, wie schwer sie es den Orcas von Kolumbien machen, ihr Spiel hier aufzubauen.
Ja,
und das Spiel ist noch nicht entschieden. Also die Schweizerinnen sind machen sehr viel Widerstand und brechen immer wieder durch. Und wenn die Orcas nicht aufpassen, dann fangen sie sich vielleicht noch ein Tor jetzt in der zweiten Hälfte. Also mit einem 1-0 kann sich Kolumbien hier noch nicht ausruhen.
Nee, definitiv nicht. Und die letzte Mal, dass die Mädels von der Schweiz hier waren, war definitiv eine ganz andere Qualität vom Spiel. Ich glaube, es sind schon fast 4-5 Jahre her wahrscheinlich. Und es beeindruckend, wie sehr sie gewachsen sind. Wirklich sehr, sehr schön. Das freut mich total, dass die Unterwasser-Rugby in der Schweiz auch wächst, ne? Und die mit den Three Nation Leagues passiert auch da was, mit Spanien, mit Italien. Das ist total schön, das freut mich echt sehr.
So, wir haben gerade hier ein Bild aus der Halle gesehen. Das ist Murat mit der Kamera aus meinem Heimteam und Niklas, der die Interviews machen will. So we switch back to English. We just saw around the pool there was Murat from my home team Sporthochschule Berlin with a camera and Niklas from my home team. And they will probably try to do some interviews, but let's see how it goes.
Entonces la gente en Colombia, la verdad, bueno, muy bien que las chicas han hecho un gol, pero Suiza está, la verdad, jugando bastante duro y tienen que ver de poder rearmarse. O sea, es un juego completamente diferente al que tuvieron hoy contra las chicas de Dinamarca. Entonces no sé si es porque es el segundo juego, si quizás están cansadas, también tienen el jet lag porque llegaron el miércoles por la noche. Entonces, nada, todo eso también influye en el cansancio, cómo uno juega. Así que tienen que estar muy atentas porque si bien vienen 1-0, la verdad que en este partido no está todo dicho. Todavía, si no se cuidan, las chicas de Suiza pueden recuperar e incluso ganar el partido. Así que vamos a ver, en este año incluso ningún partido puede quedar empatado y todos tienen que tener un ganador. Entonces se va directamente a penalties si llega a haber un empate. Okay, so we are back in the game. And we could not see the start. Now it's a
Free throw against
because
the Orcas.
apparently the mask or the equipment was attacked. So we have a free throw against
The Orcas.
Yeah, and they recover the ball, and then they are now in a counter-attack. The goal is alone, but the defender made it on time. And the Orcas are trying to attack on the closer side. Nevertheless, it will pull up, and they are a little bit now away, but still in the surface in close proximity. And we have the captain there trying to score, but the goalie got on time and covered the basket. And they are fighting still here. I mean, they cannot really completely drive through, swim through. Because the forechecking of the Colombian team is really hard. And
empty basket and throw.
Okay, that was really...
That was a risky throw.
Esa fue Liliana, creo, ¿no? La de las estrellitas. Creo, porque una tiene corazones, la otra tiene estrellitas, me las confundo. ¿Quién fue? ¿La reconocieron?
That was a really risky throw because when you stop in front of the basket, and you throw it, it's always like a good
Yeah.
chance you miss the basket.
But
But she could have throw a little bit and recatch her own ball. But well, she succeeded.
yeah, I
That's
mean,
what
there's
counts.
something they practice a lot. I mean, we saw also a goal today from the male and even in the last year competition as well. So we're coming 2-1, and I think there was
And
another
another goal.
goal.
So we see a different Orca team now in the
Yeah.
second half. They go
No,
in.
no goal, no goal. It looked like, I think she grabbed the basket. Yeah, I also saw it.
Okay, let's see the decision of
They
the.
already said it. They said no goal, and
Yes,
they,
but what will be like the free throw against the Orcas?
yeah, well, yeah, but it was no
Okay.
goal.
Yeah.
Apparently, sí, no
Holding,
cobraron el
it was
gol porque
holding.
se agarró de la
Timeout
portería. Me
for
pareció
Helvetia.
verlo.
It's a timeout for Switzerland. So let us tell you something about the atmosphere. Um, Apart from the World Championships, we've been in Graz, Lorena and me. The Champions Cup is one of the tournaments where the world of underwater rugby comes together, and the atmosphere always is amazing. There is so much concentration and also so much happiness between the players seeing each other one time a year, because almost all of these players know each other, and it's only in the big events you have a chance to meet and to talk, and it's a competition, it's a competitive atmosphere, but it's also like a very relaxed and friendly atmosphere around the pool, and it's all about underwater rugby and about the game and everything. So I definitely love it, and to walk around, take pictures, take selfies with these teams, and you know from the EuroLeague, from other transmissions, is amazing and always an impression. Back in the game here, and now Switzerland tries to punch through the fortune defense of Colombia, don't succeed, stopped again with a tackle. We're up on the surface and the whole cluster is pushed in the direction of the Swiss basket.
Let's see if someone can get free with the ball.
Very confident here, the game now very, well, these passes are really dangerous, but they manage,
Wow,
and this is a
great
third chance.
attack.
Very well done here by the
Great
number.
attack. No puedo ver, ¿esa fue Lilo de nuevo?
No, Lilo has the stars on her.
Sí, no pude ver porque no tenía estrellitas.
So now we have a, oh, it's a 3-0.
Sí, 3-0 already. 3-0 para el equipo de Colombia. Uno de los goles no se cobró porque la jugadora se agarró de la portería. Vamos a ver, creo que bueno, o sea, quedan 5 minutos y algo más de este partido y ya es un partido ganado por Colombia. No creo que las chicas de Suecia se puedan recuperar y meter 3 goles, pero están peleando muy duro y bueno, ahora vemos realmente el equipo de Orcas y la forma que tienen de jugar que conocemos. Ahora están realmente jugando la táctica y están en las posiciones al tiempo que tienen que estar y mucho mejor que los primeros minutos del partido. So let's see. They're coming now. Everyone is under the basket of the Swiss team, and Colombia wants to make as many scores as possible. And the Swiss team is really defending very, very good. They're doing really a great job. We have still the possession of the ball in the blue team, and now they're coming over the open corner. Was trying to grab the goalie, but he couldn't. He's swimming out with the ball, trying to be in possession of the ball, and Columbus is still attacking. And I'm surprised because you have the feeling that you have 8 players of Switzerland underwater.
Yeah,
They're always on top of the one with the ball from Colombia. So really great job from the
really
Swiss
active,
girls.
really good presence in the water. And also you don't have to estimate, I was talking to Lilo Diaz earlier on, and she told me the team is very tired, still fighting with the jet lag, even though they arrived on Tuesday. And
They arrive Wednesday.
Wednesday, sorry, but it must be even harder for the males, for the Orcas, because they arrived yesterday evening, and so they are really deep in the jet lag. And you really have to fight it off, especially with the exhaustion coming in from the games.
And it's such a long flight as well. I mean, normally they arrive at the beginning of the week, but you know, this year with Graz, it was complicated with the dates, the money, and everything, so they could just come just before the competition, both teams.
Free throw against Helvetia. Nicely done with a long arm, throwing the ball to her. And here we go. This is a good chance. Already player waiting on the open side, but chance is gone. Ball up to the surface in the close corner. Still in Orca possession around in the basket of
Wow, great pass.
Yeah, but it was up. It should be have down. You should play it
I
more down.
know, but they are 3-0.
You know everything, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
I
I
mean,
asked you
do you
next
need
time.
to ask it, really? So we are now under the basket.
No, above.
We're now above, but on the basket of
You're
the
lagging
Swiss
behind,
team.
Lorena. Faster.
Yes. Colombia attacking on the side, pull the goalie, turn around and try to make a goal over the back. That was quite a move. Now
Stole the basket
everyone
from
away
the
from the
Swiss.
basket, exactly, except for the Colombian player, and goal. Who was the one? ¿Quién era la que estaba, que había robado la portería, chicos? De nuevo Lilo. ¿Era Lilo esa? No me pareció. Bueno, ya me dirán, Benjamín, ¿sí? ¿Es la hija? A ver,
And 2 minutes
Carolina,
15. 2 minutes 15 left
me pareció, sí,
in the second.
Lilo, sí, perdón, sorry. Wolf, continue. Please. Don't feel shy.
About 2 minutes left here in the second half, and the 4-0 lead for the Orcas in blue from Colombia against Helvetia, Switzerland in white. A good game from Helvetia. They can be proud of this game against a very established team like the Colombians. But also the Colombians have some young players with them, don't you, they?
Yes, they always bring a lot of the young players, so it's an amazing job what they're doing as well, to bring, you know, every year come from Colombia and bring the very young girls, 16, 17 years old,
And the
so they
ball
can
was
get some
outside
experience.
the playing area, and we have a free throw against Switzerland. There was another, the player tried again to play with the long arm she did as she did before, but this time the ball was snatched away out of her hands. And we're on the surface in a cluster. Colombians and Swiss players waiting around the cluster. Ball is dropping down, nevertheless recovered by a Colombian player. Going forward in the corner. Took a little bit of time for her teammates to show up. And now we see the typical movement around the basket from the Colombians. They swim back and forth to force the defenders to move around the basket with them and to open up gaps which they can attack. Like we see right now
Great
in
job.
the change of the goalkeepers, but very well defended by a forechecking attacker or the defender, because there is no defender right now. And again an empty basket.
Wow,
And
great job. Yes.
Well done.
Who was it? Could you recall?
But I haven't seen it. Maybe
¿Quién
we,
fue, chicos? A ver.
maybe we see a replay.
No, we don't have replay this year, apparently.
So 10 seconds left in the second half, and this game is
Manuel,
over.
perfecto. Gracias. Sorry, I'm sorry. I was with the, yeah.
You were living in your own beauty bubble.
Yes, as always. Also, you need to ask. Continue. So, okay, end of the game. 5-0 for Colombia. 5-0 para las chicas de Orcas.
Congratulations.
Muy buen partido de los dos, aunque a las chicas de Orcas como que les costó empezar al principio, como que tardaron como primero todo el primer tiempo hasta meter el primer gol, que fue casi en el minuto final. Pero bueno, después se recuperaron. And they really recovered a lot, because the first goal was almost in the last minute of the first half, and then 4 goals the Colombian girls in the second half. So there we could see that they play more their game.
Yeah. Very congratulations to the Colombian team and also to the Swiss team, because
Yeah, amazing.
they defended quite
They
good
were a
and
really good
tried
job.
to attack, and they had their chances. And after the first half, I wasn't yet sure who is going to win this game, but the Colombians really woke up and went forward and pushed into the defense and scored. Oh, these are tired Swiss players.
So let me see now. It's coming up next game. It is Emelina, the Finnish team against Firenze, the male team.
It's
So
the first game for Firenze from Italy here in the Champions Cup 2019. And it's going to be a tough game because Hemelion
Emelina Tsukeltayat. I learned Tsukeltayat because of the challenge last year. So we need to do another challenge, maybe do Turkish, I said, this year. So we learn a language every year. So please pay attention. No. 4. Jussi Martila. 6. Janne Pikelisto. 7. Riku Rikonen. 8. Marco Engberg. 9. Jari Ovikorpi. 10. Rami Rikonen. 12. Janne Salonen. 13. Antti Salonen. 14. Heikki Luko. 23. Viktor Krylov. 33. Alexei Priatsnikov. 60. Yuri Boyko. 66. Kai Björk. 79. Aku Lukko. 95. Antti Viatera. So we have apparently 2 Lukos, 2 Salonen, 2 Rikonen. So all family. And I would like to, while I'm now naming the other team, I would like to know what does it mean, Hemelinen? Can someone translate that? And let's see, Firenze. What is Firenze?
Let me just jump in for a second. Weidland said in the Livestream Chat, can we, ob wir den Ton checken können. Kannst du definieren, was wir checken sollen? Ist es die Lautstärke? Ist es Störgeräusche? Wir brauchen ein bisschen mehr Background, damit ich zu den Technikern gehen kann und sagen kann, was genau nicht stimmt. Danke sehr. So, and the Turkish team.
So now we have Firenze. Firenze is number 2, Gabriele Chiani. 7. Ferdinando Scarano. 12. Ludovico Vacelli. 21. Mattia Garaffa. 23. Samuele Mossi. 25. Andrea Meneghin. 26. Umberto Vacelli. 2 Vacelli there too. 41. Antonio Lovaido. 69. Andrea Pagni. 77. Simone Pazzi. So, you know, I'm missing the hymn.
The hymn, the Italian hymn song they were singing in cards. It was really beautiful. Everybody was stopping and enjoying it when they were singing it. Really have to admit, it was very nice. Totally true. Okay, high volume of your voices is still very low. Okay, thank you. I will check that.
Okay, so we're waiting now a few minutes. The game is supposed to start at 6:30, so it's 1.5 minutes from now. I'm checking the chat. We see the Finnish players on this side of the pool. I'm alone here. If you have questions or want to share, what about the Finnish fans are all here watching the game? What about Firenze? There's Italians watching as well. We have 115 viewers so far. And volume of your voice is still very low. Oh, Patricia, thank you. We both want to check that out. I don't know. Hello, but hello, there. Is it better now? Ja, die metallische Nachklang, ja, seit heute Morgen oder seit heute Nachmittag, wo wir gefangen sind, und irgendwie war viel, viel schlimmer. Und die haben das nicht geschafft, das komplett wegzumachen. Ich kann mir schon vorstellen, dass vielleicht heute, wenn wir fertig mit den Spielen sind, dann haben die ein bisschen mehr Ruhe, abends zu gucken, was das Problem war eigentlich, und vielleicht komplett diese metallische Klang wegzunehmen. Yep, Annika is here, and you can take over while Wolf is weg.
Hello.
Hey, Elena, how you doing? We missed Riksu this year, but we're happy that Hemelina is here. Hemelina haven't been playing the Champions Cup since a few years now, and well,
They
now,
started playing
yeah,
already.
yeah, they start playing and they had me, so I thought they did not. Okay.
So we missed the first goal in this
Yeah,
game
already a goal.
by Riksu.
No, by Hemelina.
By
Riksu is
Hemelina.
not here.
And it's Hezu.
It's Hemelina Suatayat.
Yeah.
So 1-0 for them. Sorry, they didn't put at the camera, so I miss it. I think also it is the favorite team, the Finnish team, and let's see how the Italians can play this, how can defend. They just recover the ball, they're trying to swim away.
So we're in midfield of the game, really fast forward from one of the fierce players, but he got pulled away by the Finnish. So we have a scrum at the surface. We don't see the ball right now. People laying it under to receive the ball if it drops. So Fierce is still in ball possession, coming an attacker from above, trying to steal it away. They're in another scrum, trying to hold the ball still.
I can't see. There it is.
Now
The
they
ball's
broke
coming.
it through.
So that's a counter-attack, and we have 4 Finnish coming onto 2 Italians, and that looked like the Italian had the hand grabbing the basket, but it was a goal nevertheless. So 2-0 for Hemelina, and I think it's very loud, my volume here, but I put it up because people on the other side cannot hear us. Is it the volume of both us okay, or is it still low? Because I had to put it up, but I don't know if it has any effect on the streaming.
So we're back in the game. Wolf is watching us when he eats.
Yep.
So that's why I skipped in. So right now we have another scrum, and I think now they're really at the surface trying to push towards the other goal. That sometimes when you're in a scrum, another player enters to push you towards the opponent's goal. That's what happens here. They're trying to push against Hezu's goal, which they quite successfully did. But there's still no fierce player underneath, so if the ball should drop, it goes straight, what we saw right now, to Hezu, and they're doing a really fast counter-attack, trying to get in there, but the defender is still underneath. They drop the ball.
Oh, that was a bit pushing without the ball from the Finnish team.
Yes.
That was pushing without ball. I'm sorry. I mean, this is what I've seen from this side, because it was on the close side and was on the.
Yes.
Did you see that too, right?
Yes.
That the goalie was in position, but the ball was on this side of the basket, and the player that was on the close corner was pushing the goalie very actively, although he did not
and
have the ball.
There was it. The referee just saw it and called pushing. Now we now have a free throw for Fierce for the Italian team. And was it the call? The referee goes up, but the game continues.
So we have now a counter-attack again, 2 against 2 coming from the side, and above and trying to pass it, but I mean, there was again
A goal.
there's another goal, but it also looked like the one that went behind the defender also pushed it a little
Yes.
bit. It's looked like, yeah, they were quite physical. And also, I mean, for people that maybe don't know the game, in rugby, the only one that is allowed to touch or move or attack or do anything is the one in possession of the ball. Everyone else are not supposed to touch, push, or anything. Or it's a fault, actually.
Yes.
So I'm going to pay closer attention, because it looks like the Finnish team maybe is too actively sometimes when I'm not in possession of the ball. So here, this guy on this side is there right under. Now he has the ball and he pushed. That was a very good
Like a very good goal. Yeah, I really.
combination.
So yeah, it was really good goal. Now teams are separating again to start. In underwater rugby, the team who defended or who got the goal are starting. So they're trying to get past the Hazel players, but they're really strong presence in the pool. Really confident, checking forward, going in really fast.
Yeah.
Even if there are two players, they're pushing against the defender, and now they're trying to.
And
It's a scrum right now.
yeah, they're so fast. When they get the ball, I almost don't see it really Italians being able really to stop it. I mean, they come like 2, 3, like arrows. And Elina, thank you. I'm very, very well. Can you tell us if there's any translation for Hemelina, or is just a name? I was wondering, just to get some information.
I don't know.
So now we have the 23 trying to attack from the side, pass it on the close side, and it's like a bombarding on top of the Italian goalie.
Yes.
I mean, I play a goalie, and I would not like to be there.
No.
It really looks very, very, very uncomfortable. It's very physical, very massive. I think from the games I watched, it was the most physical I've seen between men.
Yes. Even Egge didn't play so strong against frogs.
And another goal.
Yeah. So they're really wanting it. So they just trying to get physical and forward and trying to get in there. So we have now 2 minutes 40 seconds left of the first half. We have 5-0 for Hazu.
And this is the game 14 of the day. We have still 4 games to go after this. So let's go back. Now we have Firenze trying to get closer. But look, I mean, again, there was all of the players were missing. It was just 2 white ones, and we have now a counter-attack with 4 Finnish.
They're like doing the waves much.
Yeah,
much
and they're staying there. Look.
They're just like down there.
I'm like, well, let's go for a drink together under the basket of the Italian team. It's really impressive. So now Italy recovered the ball. That's a great job, and they're in the middle.
Then they normally just get into the middle, and then like 2 or 3 physical players, and in this scrum nobody's underneath from the white team. So the ball, when it dropped, so there was no one of the white team, so recovering from the blue team.
Yeah, that's a pity to have everyone in the surface fighting. That is a mist of resources. I mean, you leave it 1 against 1 and then be underneath because the ball is going to fall.
Yes,
so
normally you stay with 1 player in the scrum and another attacker lays down in case the ball drops, like we saw it a few seconds ago. And now again swimming into the goalie, losing the ball, and Hazu is in counter-attack. And you see here, like, 1 player is really strong against the defense, going in there from the open side and from the close side, and then
another goal. It's just almost every attack or every second attack finish in a goal, almost. I mean, and this is quite quickly.
I think the defense isn't quite good established. They're not so fixed in their positions. They should be much more.
Yeah, I mean, the defenders and the goalies are there, but then 4 of the Finnish come, and it's like the 4 checkers are not being able to help much.
Yes. The forwards are missing, because normally the forwards come from above, trying to steal the ball or interfere the passes, and that's what we barely seen here. We seen Hazu as a really physical, strong team, playing out. And now we have an attack from the open side, from Prius, from Italy, and they managed quite well, but there are always 4 players of Hazu down there, knowing where to go, and if they leave their position, they're going after the ball as well.
We have still halftime. Okay, we have now the pause, and thank you, Elina. She was telling us that Hämeenlinna is just the name of the city in Finland, so it's Divers of Hämeenlinna. Sukeltajat, we know already through the Finnish lesson of last year that is Divers that we learned.
Yeah, the unpronounceable name.
Yes. So Italy is having a hard time, 5-0 against the Finnish team, and they are not being able really to establish any kind of attack or anything on the
No.
Finnish side. They're just reacting, and that is really very strong attack from the Finnish team. They come with 3-4, and it's quite massive. It's really...
Yeah, they should be playing closer together, more faster, more at the down. They're going really fast up to the surface to a scrum, and that's where the Finnish players are playing at the bottom and playing them out because they have the air to do it. So
Yeah.
maybe.
Let's see if now they have 3 minutes, maybe get some discussion about how can they deal with this, how they can play a bit better, so they don't get they're getting really almost clue against their goal.
Yes.
The goal. I mean, by the pressure of the Finnish attack, it's really impressive to see.
Yep.
So maybe they can do something. Maybe keep the ball moving more. Have more presence on the water. They need to be there for each other,
Yes.
playing closer together, play more in the bottom. Let's see if they can. It's easy for us to say we have all the oxygen
Yes.
we want.
It's really hard
But
to
that
get
would be.
into it.
It's not easy. It's,
No, it's really indifferent teams playing against each other. Like, I think, is Hazu playing EuroLeague? Are they playing, do you know? Is somebody knowing is Hazu playing EuroLeague?
Pardon me?
Is Hazu playing EuroLeague?
Well, some of the players I think participate in
Okay.
EuroLeague, so
So, yeah.
they have some experience. Yeah. And
yeah.
thanks, Lucas said that we are cute, and thanks for the commentary. Thank you.
Yeah.
So just before we're gone, guys, if anyone from here, remember, we from the academy, I'm going to be posting this, you're going to hate me probably. We are gathering some money so we can do the website, and we have these stickers that Guasabro donated. They cost only €2, so please come buy them here from our cabin. We will be so happy, and I would stop talking about it.
The best academy in the world. That's right. So we have 20 seconds left before the second half of game 14 this day starts. We have here Hazu against Fierce from Italy. And Hazu is Finland. We have quite a strong Nordic country against a Balkan country, where Italy is mostly playing in
the Three Nations League,
Three
right?
Nations League against Spain and
Oh.
Croats entered, and then Crete as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic, really, the concept of the Three Nations. I think it's really so good. I mean, because the countries on their own were doing not so good because they did not have enough teams, and like that they have a lot of better chances.
So
Anyway,
now we're back in the game. Really start strong from Hazu, attacking the white basket. And now the referee called. It is a free throw for Hazu, but we couldn't see for what.
I didn't see.
I didn't see. So you see at the basket, one of the Hazu guys stole the position of the defender, and it ended in a goal. So he was quite in the position, stealing around the basket. That's sometimes what you can do. At a free throw, you can stole either the defender's position or the goalie's position, and sometimes as a confident team as Hazu knows how to be there fast and pass. So we need, hopefully Fierce is getting into the defense a little bit stronger over these days, depends on who they're playing next.
Yeah.
And now we have again the counter attack from Fierce.
I'm stretching myself for watching the game sitting here. It just can be also tiring. So we have Hazu on the way back, and let's see if Italy can now manage to be like in between. You see that you tell like the Italians don't know what to do, where to position to stop
Around the
them.
basket, no,
Yes,
and the
yes,
defense,
it's
yeah.
quite chaotic, and normally this is really yeah, that's a pity because then there's no coordination, and they have been getting goals because of this. So they need to see how they can coordinate better the defense. I mean, the defenders and the attackers when they are defending. Let's see, they're on the surface, and we have one attacker on top of the Italian goalie. So far they've been
Ah.
defending well. Now they're changing in the basket. Now we see the referee. Okay.
So
No-
really fast counter-attack
Good
from Fierce. He
defense.
really could leave the basket, but then they were missing. Now he's going in there, but there was some... Okay, what was it? Let's see the referee decision. Oh no, it's going on. So Fierce is now quite playing around the basket of the Finnish team, trying to get in there, trying to come in there in waves. It's the first time they're playing out of the corner,
Yeah.
trying to establish an attack. But actually,
They just lost it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we have again 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6. All of the 6 Finnish players are underwater. It looks, I mean,
yeah. And now
if
we
you do
have
it once, okay, twice, okay, but now
so
I think
much-
that's the tactic.
Yes.
That's his tactic. That's their tactic, and I
Yeah.
think it's amazing because normally you try to be always 3 down, 3 up, and they want to. I think, okay, we all go down, but
Yes.
if everyone is down, then you have almost 6 against 2. So that's
Yes, that
a
there
goal.
was it was
Wow,
almost-
great
that's trouble
save.
in the basket a
and
little bit. Yeah, and then proper.
perfect double pass there. Very good job. That she needs to be
Now
able
she
to
swam
pass it.
into the Finnish player. The player who tries to help her. There was nobody underneath, but behind the back of the Finnish guys, nobody can help. The goalie just arrived 1 second. Yeah, and he was alone against one Finnish guy. Yeah.
I'm trying.
Maybe that's what Fierce has to do, like to attack really quick when 6 were underwater. So because they don't have somebody waiting there to interfere the counter attack now.
Yeah, but the problem is because we have such a difference of people underwater, then it's difficult. It's
To-
actually
to
it's very
establish that,
interesting. I keep watching how Jesus then will play against maybe stronger teams if they're there to bring everybody underwater. It's a tactic that I haven't seen much.
Could be
it's really
difficult
interesting.
against
Yeah.
other strong and fast teams.
Yeah.
So maybe they just 6 underwater because they know they don't have to establish. So we have a timeout of white team of Fierce.
And it's 7-0 for Jesus, and we have now the second half timeout for Firenze, and they also have not a full team. They brought those 4, 6, 8, 10 players,
Yes.
and that's also hard. I mean, a competition like this is so intense. They have so many. I'm trying to see, is that Valentina or who is this? The woman, but I don't have her on the list actually.
I don't know.
I don't know the name, the number 80 I think. We don't have it because the lists we are given are probably a month old and something maybe changed in the last minute. We
Yes.
did not.
So
So now we have the Italians are trying to pass in the surface, pass down and try to pass
was
it
a nice
through. Wow,
pass.
great,
That
good,
was a
good job.
pass. And then on the corner, but Finnish guys holding on.
I don't know if because they have the t-shirt, but they feel that they're so much weaker that in a
Yes.
way, and like the ball cannot pass
They're
them.
much wider of
Yes,
shoulders.
if it's
and
like a wall. So now we have 4 again, and
against
it's 2 of the Italian.
That was a good one. The goalie was just there in a second. They're going up in a scrum to the surface. Now there's no goalie on the Firenze basket. There he comes. It was quite a dangerous situation to have the scrum right above you, and right now they're coming in again, trying to change the goalie, but there's the attacker lifted
And
the goalie and goal.
another goal. Yeah, I mean, you know, they have moments where they can. It's like the first hit, they can do something about it, but the second and the third already get them completely out of a plan, or
Yes.
you know, they're completely all over the place. You can tell that they don't know what to do.
Yes,
This
they
4K,
didn't
it's
just-
really chaotic, and
Yes.
so I mean, it's a very good job from the Finnish team.
Now they're attacking again in the corner, pushing away. Now Hesse has again the ball, and then they're trying to get forward, coming over the close side, but now the passing over really fast to the open side and trying to get down there. It's quite of a and the defender managed to get the ball, tries to swim out, and there comes the next. He passes to the surface and then passes down to an Hazu player, but we didn't see who passed on the surface. Really fast pass.
Oh wait, great
Whoa,
save,
whoa.
great job. I mean,
really good
recovering
job.
and restarting. I mean, really fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good from Italy.
Just
Let's see if they can keep the
swapping,
ball,
yes.
back. But they have already the Finnish guy underneath the goalie, and it looked that it could be Valentina, but I'm not sure. I'm going to check then.
Or does somebody of the guys of the chat know who
Yeah.
goal is playing?
Is that Valentina?
Is it Valentina?
So let's see. They are now keeping the ball in the surface. They're about in the middle of the pool, and we can see the ball is falling down. That's great job. Didn't do that earlier. Now,
No,
you know, they had 1 point in one, but the ball is coming onto the attacker one-on-one, but it took a little bit longer. And now the next Italian, it needs to be more than just one-on-one, because then they
They
get
need to
outnumbered. They
establish
get
more waves.
outnumbered. Yes. And now we have again the 3 Finnish. It's like they have a bottom, you know, and then torpedoes.
Oh, there was a goal.
And again, and they come like 3-4 torpedoes
Yes.
at this. I don't know how they do it, you know, because it's like they
Attack
look, the
so
counter-attack is coming, and they
Yes.
have the discipline to do it. It doesn't look like they're tired. If they are and they don't have any air, they still go. So it's really good to see this discipline they have in attacking like that.
So there are almost two minutes left on the second half of this game. It's 9-0 against Firenze, and Hazu is in lead. 9-0 for these unbalanced teams, I say is really good. Even so, we could see a little bit more defending and better establishing of the attacks from Firenze, but they're getting there. Maybe they just need some more time here and playing against equal teams. 10-0 in Italy is called, and it's a very bad thing.
Okay,
I'm
then I
sorry.
won't say it in the live stream.
But it's still
Okay.
9-0.
It is
So-
9-0, so come on. 1 minute 25 seconds. Let's see if Italy can stay in one-digit number.
And they have the ball and trying to swim to the Hazu side.
I don't
What happened?
maybe it looked like a free throw, but I
It
can't.
looks like a free throw for Firenze.
All right.
Yes, that's a free throw for Firenze. Trying to Hazu is really nicely keeping in their 2 meters, because you have to be, as a opponent team, be 2 meters away from the ball when you do a free throw. And then they're really holding tight into scrum right now in the middle of the pool, trying to break free, and then the ball drops, but I think it's another free throw for Firenze.
Well, 25 seconds to go and the game is over. So, Luca, keep your finger crossed. Let's see if they can stay in one-digit number. Still,
Would be
you
like
know,
14 seconds left. That would be
they're
nice.
fighting. I think we have one Italian embracing that ball, and they will never let it go.
No, in 5 seconds.
I
you
know I've
just
done that
hold
in there.
onto it.
Yes. I mean, in those
And-
seconds that you wanna save, and then
Yeah.
you do like a cocon around
Around the ball, and it's my ball, and I
Yes.
won't give it up for nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, Bobby
Hey,
is asking,
okay.
is this
9-0,
basically...
Luca. Yep.
Yeah.
End
So
of the game.
the game ended 9-0 for Hazu from Finland, and Firenze lost, but they did a good job just maintaining it in a one-digit number. And
Hold on.
so so we're just switching commentators for the next game. The next game will be a female game, Barcelona from Spain against Lange from Germany. It's the first game for Barcelona and the second game for Lange. in Barcelona they are establishing more and more teams. So I'm doing the Spanish ones. You can do the Germans. Oh, okay. We just read the names. So for Barcelona in position number 3 is playing Elia Santamaria. Position 6 is Aida Pairo. 7 is Paula Moreno. 11 is Carolina Villalba. 12 is Elisenda Andres. 14 is Carla Galano. 17 is Karina Tessert. Then 20 is Iris Balcazar. 21 is Mar Pozo. 23 is Silvia Miranda. 55 is Alicia Garcia. 77 is Ines de Gregorio. Y 83 is Giovanna Bautista.
All right.
So I'm here with
let's introduce
Torte.
the German team, the German champion, UC Langen. We're going to start with number 2, Mara Weismann. Number 3, Simone Leppa. Number 4, Anna Old. Number 6, Stefanie Nusser. Number 7, Kati Franke. Number 8, Heike Reichhuber. Number 9, Köppen Petra. Number 11, Janine Oswald. Number 12, Ria Spalek. 14, Julia Ettinger. 15, Kati Velov. 16, 1 year old. 18, Antin Rouge. 19, Maren Janko. And 27, Heike Rossmann.
So welcome everybody to the next game, Barcelona against Langen, the first game for Barcelona, as I said. So in Langen has their second game. It will be a quite interesting game because Barcelona has some new female players.
Yeah, who?
Mar, for example, she's 14 only, so I think she's the youngest player we have here.
All right, okay.
With
Sounds
14,
interesting,
yeah. And she comes from underwater hockey, so she's quite used to play underwater sports. And let's see how it goes.
On the other side, we have the German champion. They have not played here last year because it was Duisburg. They won the German championship. Then last year, with the last season, it could be. So they came back to gaining back the title. So now it is again UC Langen. The team, they've already won, I guess, once the Champions Cup.
Langen.
Yeah, before they had a different
so.
name. Yeah, I think they also changed the name during the league. Because, I don't remember what it was before, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I started Women's League in Germany with Stuttgart, and we played always against Langen, so I don't know what was their name before.
So we're playing 2 times 10 minutes. It's UC Langen in blue and the Spanish team from Barcelona playing in white.
Yes.
We've been ready here. The time is running through, so there's no time stopping if there's a referee call, something like that. It's a big difference at this tournament to a normal league round. And let's see, who's your favorite in this match?
The best one. May the best team win.
It's a good answer right now. Do you have a certain background with Barcelona?
Yes. Then don't think I'm only for the German team because I started. I met Torte actually when I was playing for the Barcelona team in Nizza. It was really funny.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about German underwater rugby that time, but more about Spanish, and it was really fun. Yeah.
So we're probably 2 more minutes to go because we're starting, I guess, 18 o'clock full.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice also with the schedule. It's not that rushy than it was last year, so we have a bit more space between the time. It also gives us the chance to prepare
Calm
proper.
down. There comes the second referee.
The referees now
so we have here in the chat quite a few people from Spain. Colombo, who lives actually at Mayotte, which is near Madagascar, and then we have Aristides and Nicolo, who are players of, or filmers actually, of Barcelona. Are there some...
I got
Why is Laura from Langen not playing? Do you have information on why Laura is playing?
No, we know the former name of Langen was Mannheim, and before it was Weinheim. That's the the missing information. It's quite good to have here the interaction with the audience, so please feel free here to provide.
Do you know why Laura isn't playing?
I know, but I don't share it. No, she's here, but I think she gave the spot to anyone else.
Okay.
So the team is full with 15 players here, Yeah, she played the World Championship, and maybe there was.
And it's nice to.
There's a
so we're
different focus
starting
now.
all
Yeah, now
really,
we're here.
really fast start from Barcelona.
So we see again here the white team is Barcelona, and we see the blue team in Langen. We're trying to, yeah, you can find the numbers of the players. So the numbers with the player name you can find on our homepage, uwr24.de. There you can find the team list again if you
Yes.
want to see which number is which player.
Yeah.
And here we start seeing
So-
the game taking part in the center. So
Yes.
Barcelona here with the ball possession.
Trying to
Starting
move to the corner,
Mhm.
playing from there, passing nicely to, and there was no player there.
This
Now,
is maybe, I don't know if this is related to the big pool you have in Barcelona. It's probably, I think, 5 meter deep and 20
That's
meters
not
long.
where they train. They
Oh, no,
train
that's just a
actually. They
competition.
train in a non-dimensional rugby pool. They train in a pool that doesn't have 3 meter depth.
Okay.
So they're hardly
here.
3 meters. So now they're playing in a what is 4 meters here, right? We're playing at 4
Yeah,
meters.
it's 3 meters 15. It's 12 meters long. And now we see here Langen in the ball possession. Typically coming from the corner. They're trying to keep the ball down the space, but here drop down. So I think it was Köppen Petra who, Ria Spalek who here could not receive the
Yes.
pass, and it got lost. But it's a good forechecking here. You see that the
Now
German
they stall the
team.
middle position of
Yeah.
the defender trying to get down there, but there are 2 or 3 players from Barcelona there trying to catch the ball. There's actually Karina now playing as a goalkeeper.
It's Karina Stein from or the Techet
Yeah.
in the meanwhile.
Meanwhile.
So it's she's from
Yeah.
original German player playing in the German male league for Stuttgart. This is what
But
I
she
know. Now
also
we see
plays
here the
for
first
she
action
played
from
for
Gadi.
Barcelona this year.
Gadi Vela with the
Um,
number 15 with the first
Yes.
opportunity for Germany here for the Langen team.
Yes.
But she didn't make it. Was well defended by the Barcelona female
We
team.
have we have visitors from Colombia as well.
And another
Quite
one.
nice. We have like 7.5 minutes left in the first half, and there wasn't a goal yet. They're trying really. Now we're defending. Barcelona is defending, and Langen is trying to manage to get through the basket, but the defense is really strong now. We have Silvia on top of the goal. She's one of the more massive players of Barcelona, which is really needed because you have otherwise really small players.
We can here see Stefanie Nusser with the number 6 now trying to get the ball with the
And
good
there
chance. They're attacking the goalkeeper.
Oh, that was
But she
really
didn't
good
made it well
save.
defended from the Spanish defender.
Yes.
I could not see the number, unfortunately.
Sylvia, it's 23 who's
Yeah.
right now, yeah. So right now the ball is at the surface. We don't see it right now. I think they try to push. Now there's, I couldn't see the number, but she's holding onto the ball really fast. Now the ball dropped, nobody
You
was
can see
underneath.
Heike Reichhuber passing the ball.
They're
Yeah,
trying,
so far you can see like both teams are testing each other. So it's more the
Yes.
ball position on the Langen side, but there's not a real big chance so far. We have seen like Kati once and Steffi on the other side, but this should be a
now there's another chance, and there are 3 players at the ball right now. Number 6 we saw is Ida.
It
She's
looks like
playing
a
as a
typical pattern
defender.
right now that they're
Yes.
trying to place the number 6 Stefanie Nusser here, the captain of the German female team here on the open
Yeah, number
side.
12 is
And now they think they take care
Number
of
83
first action.
trying to get past the middle line. Now we have more players in waves coming in, trying to reach the goal, and they reached the German side, the Langen side, but Langen stole the ball.
They were quite offensive right now, like
Yes.
this offense-orientated, the Spanish team. Maybe they should bring it. Oh, here is a good
No,
catch from
no,
Stefan.
yes, no, that's
Karina Techert here with the interception and the
17
counter-attack. That was the
trying,
first
yes.
good action here.
trying
nice.
to go down there, trying to help them now. Langen is in ball possession, but there are so many players trying to get it back to the Barcelona position, and it's Germany again.
And there's a call, a referee call here.
It was...
It says again, so it's in for attacking the head
Pass.
in favor for the German team Langen, so it is against Barcelona. It's the first referee call we have here in the match. We have played already 5 minutes. We have seen, like, let's say 2...
It's timeout Barcelona.
Timeout Barcelona. So far it's a quite equal game, to be honest. Of course there's more ball possession on the Langen side. There are 2 opportunities, one by Kadi Velov and one by Stefan Yunusa, but not really fully 100% chances here. On the other side we had a very nice interception of Karina Techer. She has stolen the ball and
Yes.
almost could get to the close to the goal. So, but both defenses here are super great in their positioning. I don't see right now a real winner of this first 5 minutes, to be honest.
I think we have to put up our volume. They're
Yeah.
asking about it. I don't. Yeah. Is it better now? Maybe you can hear us better.
Just give us a feedback if it's
If
yeah.
it's better.
Alright.
Yeah. So.
So we have in the timeout
Timeout's
right now
over.
was taken by
Barcelona
Mhm.
took a timeout, and right now they're trying to get in there, establish the defense. Now we have a Langen player right on top of the goalie of the Barcelona team, but it was saved by number 23, by Sylvia, and now Ida is trying to struggle against the ball. Getting back into her defense position quite well. They are defending really good.
it's a quite good game of both teams. So Spanish team or the Barcelona team, it's
Yeah.
super nice to see that they're really
Yes.
properly defense orientated here. They give them a bit space close to the basket, like we see here Maren Ranko in blue here attacking, but always when the German team is trying to start the attack, they're going down and then
Yes.
wrestling, so they're catching the ball leader here in this position and then bringing him back to the surface. Or
Yeah.
the
So you
intercept.
see a Barcelona team which established quite a good defense, quite good positions. The player improved. They're faster. They have new players, as I mentioned, from underwater hockey or.
Oh, here's the first attack from Stephanie Nusser here,
yes,
number 6 again here, attacking from
against
above.
number 6. Yeah, and then there comes.
there's
Yeah,
another
it's really.
good
And Karina tries
opportunity.
and she breaks through
Yeah, that was Ria who attacked against
pass
Karina, so a German.
to
Let's
number 12, Elisenda, but they lost the ball again.
Yeah, here's in Maike Osman, it should be, or number 7.
Could be. Yeah.
It's a bit
So-
misleading because the players, they're having numbers on the fins without being
Well, that's
the same
another
numbers on the cap.
quite catch. So the defender
You
got
see
rid of the. Oh,
Antin
that's Antin
attacking the goalkeeper.
attempting, but she couldn't get through. And they're really. You see, number 21 is coming down really fast, and she's a forward,
a
so
bit-
she really tries to catch. That was
That was a goal.
a goal.
Yeah, all right.
That was a goal from above.
This was a goal number.
I didn't see the numbers. So we hope Barcelona isn't breaking down. So they stay strong, even it was one goal. So we have a lot of Spanish-speaking community here commenting in the comments. Maybe there are some from Langen also watching.
This was their. So after the goal, the Spanish team started with the first pass, and it was already stolen by the Langen team. They're attacking here right now, so maybe. Yeah, this was a certain game starter for the German team, and we already know from other sports as well that it's super hard to score the first one, and then after it's like a mental break. We hope that the Spanish team could go ahead with their super nice defense work they're doing here,
Yes.
because so far they made a really proper job here. We remember that with the German team is a quite experienced team. They always in the last years always played in the finals when they participated. So and even yeah.
Or you see the goalie got really fast and reacted so fast going there, and now there's
Or there's a good chance from
Oh, there
Vanya, I
was-
guess.
oh my
so, and
gosh.
another opportunity right now. That is
that's
two,
really
three attacks.
fast. They're
and
attacking.
final.
I think Langen wants it, so that was another goal.
Yeah.
They
Who
came
scored?
in
Final
like a
was
wave
Kadi?
in five persons.
I could not see who scored. It was too
It's
much
hard.
here, but the attacking was started by Stephanie Nusser, I've seen, and there was another chance from Vanya. Later, Kati Velov took over, and I'm not sure if Kati finally scored,
Could be.
but it could be Kati. I haven't seen no one else here.
And sometimes it's so hard because they're coming in waves, and when they really badly want to score, they're coming in waves of 4 people, and there's so much going around the basket. And right now, the Spanish guys also attack, but number 12, Elisenda, lost the ball, trying to recover it. Really nice job, trying to slow down the counter attack, so the forwards couldn't get catch of the ball. So we're now back in the corner of the Barcelona basket, trying to establish an attack. Moving nicely around. There are always 2 or 3 people coming in, but the defense is also really strong.
Do you now see the pattern what they're doing? Like the German team
Yes.
are playing a bit in the corner. Now there's a break, the halftime break, so
Yeah.
they were not really, like, let's say, did not put any effort in to score another one. The score so far is a 2-0 for Langen.
Yes.
So it's not been updated here. Maybe we can ask our
Maybe they hear us
regie to
update the goals.
update the score. So we are now in the halftime. It's the halftime break between UC Langen and the team from Barcelona. We see in here 2-0 lead of Langen with 2.
And there we see the trainer of Barcelona coming in, Camilo Gaitan, which he really improved the team, getting it playing stronger together, and he looks really satisfied. So
At least, yeah, to be honest, it's a quite good result.
it's
so
a
far, I
really
think
good
so.
result against Langen from Barcelona. We
Definitely, we remember that Langen, their first match, they won against a Swedish team from Black Mermaids with a 7-0, if I remember correct. It was in the morning. So was it? That's morning. It like 2
6,
around
yeah.
2:30. They played the first match for Barcelona. It's their first match of the day. So they were like pushed in the cold water here against just a strong team, but they made a quite good first half. If we would like, let's say, summarize the first half, or like make a recap, we can say like we have seen a good starting from Barcelona with the ball possession. The last, so it was then the big time of Langen with 2, let's say, team attacks. We have seen a certain pattern from Stephanie Nusser with the number 6, make a position on the open side of the goal and trying to pass her the ball.
Yes.
Once she had the chance to score, you didn't make it. There was another attack from a ball from her. We've seen Kati Velov once with a nice attack. And then there was, on the other hand, we have seen Karina Techert, who she was interception, a pass by Langen in the opponent side, and she was almost coming to the goal, so it was super close there. And then finally there was a first score. I don't remember who did it.
And a second.
Yeah, and the second, and after the first goal, there was more and more domination of.
But
Langen
Barcelona
coming in.
defended really well.
Yeah, definitely. So both teams are doing here a good job.
Yes.
Um,
So maybe for the Spanish community, Barcelona está trabajando muy bien en su defensa, están atacando con confianza, han creado un equipo súper fuerte que está contra Langen, un equipo alemán que está súper fuerte, está entrenando a venir a los goles, pero su defensa ha mejorado un montón y lo aguantan muy bien, es en 2-0. Ahora empieza la segunda mitad y voy a cambiar a inglés otra vez. Second half starting really fast into a scrum in the middle, trying to get who has the ball. There Barcelona recovers it. Now we have Barcelona on the other side. We switch sides in halftime. That's Antin trying to get there. That's Vanya. She's 18. She played for U20.
U21 team.
Yes.
Yeah. So the mix in the let's taking some words for the German team is quite diverse. We have super young players with 18 years. I think she's the youngest player right now here in the German team, and of course you have more experienced players. For example, like Heike Reichhuber. She was In former times she was a female national player, and later on the female national coach, or the coach for the female national team, together with her husband Bernd Reichhuber. We have also Köppen Petra, also a super experienced player, and also a lot of former national and actual national players, like for example Ria Spalek, Stephanie Nusser, yeah,
and
Maike Rossmann,
yes.
and so on.
And for the Barcelona team, we have quite a few players who played at the World Championships and then the Euro Championships, and they're trying to establish quite.
Here's a good pass to, sorry to interrupt you, to Mara Ranko here now, receiving a
really
good pass,
fast
but
now.
super well defended, and now we see here number 7, Kati Franke, getting the post against, passing to Maren.
They're trying to get into their position
University,
there, Karina Teschit.
And super defended, like
covering the goal.
Super close, very. So they brought the ball super close to the basket and kept it there with 2-3 passes, and they didn't score it due to the super great defense power
comes
here
the
from
next wave.
From the Spanish team. And you see
Giovanna Bautista, number 83, is doing a good job defending against
also quite
the
nice
Lange players.
Stephanie coming up.
Yes.
You see here always. You see Stephanie in the offense here. She attacked the goalkeeper from above and passed the ball. And even this was super well defended by the Spanish team. Let's see another one.
Oh, that's so close. Oh,
Maren Ranko here with this 3-0. Was a pass from Aria Spalek. She gave the ball on the closed side. And Maren Ranko here. Super scored here. Finished with her score, and she... Oh no, it was... Oh, it's no...
What happens?
It's no goal,
it's a referee call.
There was a referee call, yeah. So the ball was inside, but the referee decided that it was like pushing or holding or something like that. We could not have seen it, but the score has been declined. So we don't have here this 3-0. It's still 2-0 in favor for Langen. And
Barcelona is really doing a good job.
I'm also super surprised here in comparison to last year. They improved significantly.
Really fast, You have, for example, you have a really good goalkeeper team here for Barcelona, and they're doing a good job against the attackers and the waves that are coming in. So the mix of the Barcelona team, then also some quite experienced players, some players from Venezuela. Who couldn't live there or play there anymore. And this is a good one. There wasn't.
Kati Vilov again now
and they're trying to hold on to the other. Yeah, they're really lying good on the basket. But they was
a really nice move. You've seen a bit of mistake by the defender who gave too much space between her and the basket. This was the opportunity to grab her and to push the ball through.
Yes.
This is something you see by well-experienced defenders. They don't give you a gap, or they are more prepared for this typical attack. Now we see the referee coming to the surface.
Referee.
No, from underwater, it's a free throw, and he gives a warning at the surface,
Call from deck referee. So when the referee is pointing up, so it's always a call from the deck referee. No, it was? No?
So now we're seeing the referee coming to the surface. There might be a discussion or something like that. So when the underwater referee comes to the surface, he wants to give a warning or he wants to give any explanation for his decision he made. And now we see the free throw for the white team of Barcelona.
And there's one player stealing a position. Number 20 is Iris.
But this is the issue. If you put a player on your opponent basket, you have one player left to keep the ball here inside. And on the other side, they're playing oriented because you have seen two important players in the back. And this gives a good chance for the forechecking for Langen here to get in ball position.
Yes.
Here we see again the pattern. Stevinas are here on the open side. Now here Ria Spalek, but she decided to pass back to Vanya. And now Vanya.
There was another nice defense.
Now Anna Old must be here.
Yeah, that would be,
Also
21.
U21 national player, former player. I don't know if she's playing actually, but.
No, I don't know. So we now have a good established defense. Starting
this ball intercepted by the goalkeeper, super nice. Well done by Barcelona.
They recover the ball, put it up to the surface, and a scrum right now. Second wave of defenders coming in.
4.5 minutes left in the second half.
There's a call from the deck referee. So it's a free throw for Barcelona and a time. Is it a timeout?
And you see here the difference between the first and the second half right now. You see now the the German team, they've scored twice in the first half. Now they're trying to bring more effort into score twice, but this is resulting into, like, say, foul.
Yeah,
So this, we
truly.
didn't have any significant call in the first half. Now you can see the difference in the pattern. It's more physical at the goal. They're bringing the ball closer. They need to invest much more to score. Even Barcelona is very well defending here.
Yes.
And this is resulting like in super tough like interactions, and this is like called by the referees because sometimes it's too much like pushing the goalkeeper without a ball or like attacking the head.
And you see the free throws are in favor for Barcelona,
Yeah.
so Lange, who really wants to score more, because
Yeah.
I think they neither expected that Barcelona goes so strong against Lange, because Barcelona, they have a league with 3 teams only. There's establishing one in Pamplona and one in Valencia, but they don't have so much experience, so they're playing against a really experienced team, and getting the grip really good, like defending and even coming out of defense and attack again. So they recover the ball, manage to break through the other side, and now really want to keep it there. And now they lost the ball and trying to recover it. Their defense is really, again,
I think that the defense of Barcelona is super great, but if we talk about the offense, they're too far away from each other. They want to make too long passes. It makes it too easy for Lange here to intercept. And on the other side, they're focusing super on the defense. All right, it's super nice. Obviously, they're calculating to losing the match, but they don't want to lose it by a high result, and this is their job they're doing right now super well. I think at the end, maybe they can even keep this result, because from Langen perspective, it's right now not very, let's say...
They play not so quite well together, no?
They're not
The way
satisfied with the match, because they're making a lot of single movements like we have seen here, like Maren, or sometimes we see Steffi, and then the second wave is too far away.
Yes.
Or they make a position players, or players, for example, Stephanie lying next to the basket, but it takes too long to bring her the ball. So they're like, the timing is not perfect right now in the Langen. So of course they have still some games left until it will be probably super necessary. Right now, with individual class and even with some mistakes made by Barcelona, they could now
they
get
get the ball again, trying to get to the Langen side. I totally agree. Like, Langen right now is really unsatisfied with the match, trying to do solitary actions which result in losing the ball or not coming through. Or false, So we have like 2.5 minutes left of the second game, 15th game of today. And Barcelona is really improving, and now trying to establish. They're like trying to move now. Look at the passes. They're playing closer together. The other comes behind just to do a double pass. Now there's a scrum. Germany got the ball to the defender, but there was a Barcelona playing slowing down. But now we don't see it. But there's one. But it's 2, 3, 4 against 1. But they really meant. They lost.
Number 11, Janine Oswald could not have here the chance to score, but she could not put it in. Well defended again by, and now it's Ria, or Heike Reiche should it be, number 12 here.
Well, that was really nice defense. There's the ball now. One of the Barcelonas got the ball, trying to break through. There's nobody helping her to get the ball. Number 6 is Ida.
It was Ria
really grabbing into the ball. And now they managed to defend it. Now it's Elisenda passing backwards. They're trying to pass forwards. Now you see number 21 is always down there trying to lay there. Yeah, she comes from underwater hockey, so she's has these 3-dimensional underwater views.
But now you see that even like Barcelona was playing more self-confident. You see now that they're like waiting until they're being attacked before they're passing, so that gives them more space. It's not that easy for Langen again to get the ball. Of course they do it right now on a physical basis, but then still they will find the defense, a well-structured defense down front, so it's a 2 against 3 opportunity here. And even
that's a close one. That's a close one. But there's
always a hand between.
Ida,
always a hand between.
Yeah, this Ida, she's really experienced. She got in there without any fear, just grabbing the ball, putting it to the surface.
So 30 seconds left in the second half. The score is 2-0 in favor for Langen. Both goals are scored in the first half. There's another referee call here. The ball was outside of the field. Is in favor for Barcelona, and I would say like it's 20 seconds, 15 seconds left. Karina So it will be
Just
like,
over. No, it's a free throw.
yeah, time is running down, another 10 seconds.
And that's what that was just said. Like they really want, they're unsatisfied with the game, and it results in some faults. Like Stephanie is there on top of the other player, grabbing from him. But there are
And the game is over, yeah.
two people be down there, trying to establish.
But this
Well,
was
and that's it. It's 2-0 for Lange against Barcelona. Nice job, Barcelona.
to be honest, it was a super exciting match here. I've not expected it, to be honest, in advance. So I really thought it would be more clear for the Langen side, but Barcelona
Yes.
really focused on
It was
defense. It
so
was super
focused,
nice
no?
done. They defended like they not received any goal in the second half. There was, let's say, much more referee calls, but it's also, of course, even a favor or advantage for the defending team. Of course, it gives you time to breathe. It takes time from the clock, because we have here like running time. There's no break during the referee calls. But nevertheless, Langen, as we analyzed, they tried, put more effort, but also more individual class in their offense, what was resulting into like ball loses, too long passes, and even like fouls, and they resulted in free throws. And so we see here, or we saw a quite close match. It was super nice. 2-0 in favor of Langen.
Yeah, and now they're just commenting on the live chat. There's some Colombian persons watching, and then they're saying that Elia, one of the goalkeepers, did also a nice job. And they always want me to say vamos, but that would be partial. So I am for the best team to win. But it was a really good job from Barcelona, and then I think nobody expected a 2-0 for Langen, or only a 2-0, and it was really, really well played. And next up we have the men's of Barcelona. Though the men's team is playing against a German team as well, as they're playing against Malch, which will also be really interesting to see how it goes. Do you have the men's list for Spain? Do I have Spain and you?
Just looking for it and trying to find it. So we have the ladies.
That's Malch.
Here we have Barcelona and
Malch. I'm start with Barcelona. I'm sorry if I mix in with the numbers, Spanish and English. It sometimes happens. So number 1 is Albert Rodriguez, and number 3 is that's not a name, and I don't know the player, Abreu de. Number 4 is Ferran Rigual. Number 5 is Alejandro Betancourt, como Alejo. Number 7 is Leonardo Arteaga, que es de Venezuela. Number 9 is Camilo Gaetan. Number 11 is Camilo con K. Number 13 is Jorge Gomez. Number 15 is Carlos Santiveri. Number 17 is Joel Filter. Number 21 is Magi Rovira. Number 23 is Daniel Garcia. Number 24, Victor Gonzalez. Number 69, Juan Hernandez. And number 81 is Alexis Bustamante. For the March team, Thorsten is taking over.
Let me introduce the March team, the German champion. The last time they played here 2006, and now we have a new team playing with number 1, Heckrad Markus, number 2, Sascha Büchner, number 4, Martin Schottmüller, number 5, Jens Dingel, number 6, Georg Daringer, number 8, Jürgen Schier, number 9, Christian Förschler, number 10, Jochen Schottmüller, 11, Michael Wiesel, 13, Christian Staubach, 14, Christian Bowald, 15, Alexander Wicht, 16, Florian Wiesel, 23, Colin Leible, and 24, Matthias Otten. I've already seen that Christian Staubach is outside, so he will be one of the substitution players. And now the others I have not seen, so this is what I received. So he's not playing in the first half. Maybe he will be brought in then substituted in the second half as a goalkeeper. And let's see here what the Spanish team is doing. Of course, the German team here, as in the last years, always Germany received one of their, let's say, top 5 places here. Is a bit in favor in that once, but both teams have not played against each other for a long time. I don't remember the last match. So and here we go.
Now it's starting really strong and fast from both teams, but Malch covers the ball going in there.
And you've already seen a nice move here from March. They grabbed the ball here with the blue team without the shirts, you know, and then brought the ball up, and we have seen
Yeah, there
very
was a goal.
quick first goal. I think it was Matthias Otten here from the closed side, received the pass from Georg Daringer with the number 11, and this was super nice one. So at number 11, Michael Wiesel brought the ball down to Georg Daringer, and he passed the ball on the other side to Matthias Otten, and he could score immediately. This was a quick one, not even 1 minute played, and it's 1-0 lead for March.
Can you hear us better now? We had some complaints about our voice. Are we are we loud enough? And then we have some guys watching. We have Selina Gaitan. Hola, su hermano está jugando. Her brother is playing right now with number 9, Camilo Gaitan.
So now we see here Barcelona now with the ball possession coming in the opponent's half here, of trying to keep the ball down. They're playing with this jerseys, a super nice invention weapon under Rugby. It makes it super easy for us to follow the numbers and the names. Even for you, you can go on the homepage uwr24.de. There you can find the team lists where you can find the numbers and the names.
Now March broke through, but number 15, Carlos Antiveri, stopped the attack, slowed it down so the defense could establish. Then we have another player go in, trying to...
Now we see Sascha Büchner. He was waiting a long time, and now he's passing the ball down on the other side. Colin Labby with number 3, going to the surface, but he's pushing a bit the players, so I think this could be also called by the referees, because he was quite active here in the situation. But the referees here, they keep going.
So you see, as number 4, Ferran Rigual was nicely positioned under the scrum, but it was playing outside the playing area. So we have a free throw for March against Barcelona.
And here
you see Christian Browald.
Christian Browald here getting in his position. We have seen a similar pattern for the German team now here, and you see the pass. He received the ball. Now it's...
But they managed to...
It was, I think, Jens
to
Dingel here, or
who
tried to score, or Jürgen Schier. I'm not sure.
So now the goalie was lifted, and there was a goal. The goalie lifted, and it was a goal. Now we see the recap on the live stream. I don't know. I don't see who scored.
It was a very close, let's say a very tough attack here with 2-3 waves, and finally there was a goal. Unfortunately, we could even in the replay not really see who scored here, but we see here Michael Wiesel interception the ball, and now bringing the back ball here to Alexander Wicht, passing the ball to Florian Wiesel, and then it's again
there's missing the defense, trying. There's nobody on top of the Barcelona goal now. There's coming. I think the girls put a more established defense.
Definitely, yeah. They're playing quite offensive here.
Yes. But they're losing. Now they're breaking through. Number 3, Abreu.
Is now here alone with the goalkeeper, but not really trying to take his out of breath. Needs to go to the surface. Now bringing back the ball.
Now they're trying to establish an attack, and they're number 1, Albert, is trying now. They're passing to him.
It's a double pass. This was very nice. Well done, number 15.
And there comes the second wave. That's Scholl Filter, known as Chef, number 17.
But you see
Camilo is fighting for the ball.
So now March tries to get more bring it more calm by scrumming the ball, they're wrestling with the ball attacker, bring him to the surface. This brings the game a bit calming down here, and now we see the wrestling, the scrumming at the surface, and so every player
recovering from the that's actually Chef recovering the ball. There's nicely plays. Albert catches it. He's one of the more experienced players. Carlos Antiveri, who played this year much. They played in Mülheim. They try to play in high quality leagues to improve a lot. They have new players.
This was quite good here. And Sascha Büchner, we see here with the number 2 now coming from the ground, from the bottom here, trying to get here against 2 players. He brings a lot of pressure to the Barcelona basket, and this of course takes a lot of breath. And later in the second or third wave, then you have a lot of spaces that is super important for a player like doing this. But again, right now you see Barcelona doing a well job here in the defense. This is much better than they've done in the beginning. So we have like 4, 5 out and another one. But where it comes from? It was
from the close side. Close side. They played on the close side, really tense, and then there was just 1 millisecond of space, and they used it and turned it into a goal. But we have to say that Malch, as we said before, is really in the thirst for a win, because they in a lot of years they managed to win the league against Bamberg, and now they really want to achieve something here, so they're trying to.
Unfortunately, the team looks quite similar. There are not a lot of. Oh, this was attacking the face here by the Barcelona player against Michael Wiesel, the number 11. Unfortunately, the players are looking quite similar. So it's not that easy to see here who is who, but I think it could be that the third goal was made by Martin Schottmüller. I would just say, like, this is who looks the closest more for me right now in the situation.
And Barcelona is establishing an attack from the corner, trying to keep the position of the ball. They're now at the surface in a scrum. They're lying nicely underneath number 27. Stealing the guard, but then they break through. Camilo Gaetan is trying to slow down the counter attack, and they're struggling in the corner of the Barcelonans. Stealing, and the ball is in the middle.
Wicht right now receiving the pass and trying to attack from above, coming back to the bottom, bring the ball on the other side.
Now
the ball is away still in favor for Malch here. With, I think Georg Daringer here was fighting now. You see Martin Schottmüller passing the ball to. It's quite hard to follow who is who, but at least it's Malch still in ball possession, and but the ball is coming more and more to the surface. I'm a bit wondering about it. We have not seen it in the female match before, so it was like a bit different here in the game style.
Yeah.
So, oh, now we see Colin Leibler here with the attack.
And that's a really strong attack.
Well defended, and now
passing to Carlos Santilleri. Schottmüller recovering,
passing the ball.
There are 3 people.
And now Matthias Otten here passed the ball on the open side again.
Yeah, and the defender got to break through with the ball, trying to pass the middle line. There's a scrum at the surface, now referee call. That's a quite intense game. I think Barcelona is also a little bit struggling with the depth. I think maybe that's why they have more times oh, now it's a timeout from Malch, 1 minute. Maybe they're also unsatisfied with their game. Barcelona is.
If you would summarize the match right so far, so we started super intense with immediately the first goal in the first minute.
Yes.
So the first attack was super massive, a strong pass on the other side, and then we had a score. Maybe it was, I guess it was Matthias Otten. Then we had the second one, even same pattern, like they're having the ball. It's not by counter attack. It's the Barcelona team has always a chance to get in a proper defense, and then they're playing around 2-3 waves, and then at the latest one wave is scoring. Then there we had another score. We don't know who was the second, but the third might be Martin Schottmüller. And on the other side we've seen the Barcelona team having also ball possession, but they don't have really the chance to get close to the basket. The only exception was this one counter attack we had from number 23 passing to number 3 maybe.
Could be. I think it's a referee ball actually. The one of the referees down brought that. It's a referee ball, and it dropped. So Barcelona is getting the position. I think it was Carlos Santilleri passing to Daniel, number 23. He's a really fast player, but they're also used to train in a pool that doesn't even reach 3 meters. But they improved also, like 3-0 against Malch is a good start for Barcelona. They have to be more confident in their defense. They're trying to really go past the middle line.
If you see Christian Brewer, for example, you're not trying to
Yeah.
steal the defender position or get in a certain block
Just
position.
blocking, yeah.
And you see how the team wants to start their attack, but Barcelona very well defended here.
Yes.
You see, it
but
would be
now right now
super dangerous situation if they would let them through. But here he was now like defended before he could make this dangerous pass. So well done by Barcelona.
Now Barcelona has the ball, tried to, but there was nobody underneath this scrum, and that's a fast attack.
Yeah.
But there was right
There's
in
Otten
seconds.
here making a fast break and passing the ball down to, this must be Markus Heckrath,
And then
and he's super engaged here, but very well defended by Barcelona. You need to say so. So this was super great here. He really attacked massively, and now we have the referee call here before the halftime. Immediately
1
before
second,
the halftime.
and that was referee.
Yeah,
And
we
that's
see
half.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2
is here
minutes?
shown. Yeah. For what was the player? Maybe we can find it here. But there's a 2 minutes penalty against Barcelona, and it's halftime. So the 2 minutes is starting with the second half of the match. March is starting like with 6 players, while Barcelona needs to start with 5 players for 2 minutes in the second half. This is of course a big advantage now here for March. Even March is leading 3-0 from the point. So it makes it more tough even for Barcelona.
Definitely. I'm going to do a quick recap in Spanish.
Yep.
Empezábamos el partido muy fuerte a partir de March del equipo de Alemania, pero Barcelona se reencontró y manejaba la pelota muy bien, y su defensa está esforzando más y pueden salir con la pelota también. Entonces tenemos 3-0 por March y Barcelona con 0. Pero vamos, tenemos 2 minutos de pausa y después 10 minutos del segundo tiempo, pero Barcelona va a empezar con 2 minutos fuera con un jugador. Entonces empiezan con 5 en el agua, que va a ser un poco difícil. Creo que también hacen un cambio. Aquí sale el número 3 y no sé quién entra, pero quizás el 11. Puede ser. So, no, number 21 is out and number 3 is out from Barcelona.
On the other side we see Matthias Otten here with number 24 is going out because he's not wearing a cap anymore, and I guess that another player then is coming in.
Yeah. Perfect. We're online. Just drinking. So there was coffee for Jens Dingel. I'm drinking coffee right now. That's Ast. I think it's a thing that he's drinking.
No, it's like it was
a
something we had during the World Championship when we like in the halftime. He always asked for espresso, for small coffee,
Espresso, yeah.
to get like a bit like this heartbeat thing, like this adrenaline back. And here we see what is super nice. You see these jerseys the Spanish team is playing with. And to be honest, also the Mulch team is owning jerseys, but unfortunately they're not playing with that. Would be super nice to have it here because it makes it much more easier for us to see. We see in the back, we see Matthias Otten here now sitting down, so there must be a new player coming in. Maybe it's also Martin Schottmüller, if I've seen correct, is out. Maybe he's just put his mask on, but on the right hand side we see Jochen Schottmüller now here with his now in the corner back, who's like washing himself, like preparing for the cold water and coming back in the match. So there must be like exchange of players on the March side. Of course it makes sense, they're coming here with 15 players and everyone wants to play, and it gives a good chance here with a 3-0
So we're starting
lead.
really fast from the Barcelona side, grabbing the ball, getting into a scrum.
You have seen here number 5 here, Jens Dingel without the coffee, could not make it to grab the ball, so maybe we should try this pattern from the next game on. We see Markus Heckrath here with the number 1, waiting to receiving the ball downstairs, but there's nothing happens. There's a scrum at the surface, and now here we see Alexander Wicht with number 15. You're getting the ball, passing down
Trying to
Georg Daringer, and
So we now
going
have
fast.
we have 4 or 5 people down from Barcelona trying to catch of the ball. Carlos Santiveri
Now we can see Jochen Schottmüller with number 10
getting,
here, waiting for the ball
catch
from
of it,
Daringer,
getting
but
free.
super 15, super Barcelona 15.
Carlos Santiveri.
Great. Great
Yeah,
save here.
he's a good player. He came from natation, from swimming, and he's playing
Also
quite
here.
a lot.
Nice catch here. Georg Dauninger lost the ball, was not watching, and we see here Jochen
Juanches
Schottmüller
también.
against, and here Michael Wiesel, number
He
11, but
tries
he
to
was
break through. Number 23 is a really fast player, Daniel. Trying here, passing to his teammate. Number 5, Alejo. Now they're trying to establish and move around the
Very
basket.
nice.
Now the number 23 is down again, moving towards
trying to
the
steal the ball from Daniel Garcia.
Yeah,
Stealing the basket, but it's
yeah, they're just
well, nice pattern. We have seen it by the ladies from Barcelona before, but you need to consider that when you're placing a player on the opponent basket, it's one player left, like bringing the ball there. So you need to be like you need to have super strong players here. And here you see Sascha Büchner with number 2 trying to pump through the basket, but he was not able to do that. So far, to be honest, in comparison to the first half, it's much better.
it's much stronger
defended.
from the Barcelona side.
Much better defended. I don't know if they also had some. They changed anything
Yeah,
in
they,
their
number 21 got out is Marie Rovira, who normally plays as the goalie, and then I saw number 3 out.
Yeah, you see Colin
But
Lively here, number 3, trying to come through, but there's no way Barcelona is
Number
even super
yeah.
physically defending.
Number 11, number 11 entered. That's Camilo Conca. Trying
Again, yeah,
here.
Christian Förschler with number 9 here we can see, and it's always the same. They're trying to come from the center,
Yes.
trying to pass left or the right hand side, but Barcelona is super well in their positioning and can catch the ball through. Now here was a blind pass, there was not a
Yeah.
player at all.
But it was a nice.
Super
Now
nice
there's,
thinking.
you see number 15 Carlos is
Jürgen Scheer was it with number 8, Christian
there.
Förschler
Oh,
coming from
that's
above.
strong. That's a strong.
And he tries to make it, yeah.
Was
This
it?
was, yeah. Or Georg
That's above.
Da, and Jürgen Scheer was
Yes.
with number 8, who attacked initially from above, but he stopped, then he passed back to Christian Förschler,
Yeah.
who immediately attacked the goalkeeper without being
Yeah.
attacked by himself, and he could like put it in with a 1-against-1 fight. So he
Yeah.
made now here the 4-0 in favor for March.
And they also the commentaries are saying that Barcelona is improving and stealing more balls from March while they attack. Mostly we see number 15, but we also saw number 11 who
Oh,
came
there's
fresh in, and
Jochen
that's
Schottmüller here trying to make it
yes,
by his own, but you see now again it's similar to what we have seen
Yeah.
with the ladies. It's now getting more individual.
yeah,
So they're missing a bit like this team passing around
March,
the basket,
right.
but maybe they're just trying here
Yeah.
to get a bit like this scoring feeling. I
so
don't know
we have
what it
number
is.
17 Chef above the basket, and you see number 7 Leo is he really tries to get there, but he's a small player, but he's a fast and a muscled player, so he really tries there, and we have also a nice mix of different types of players like March as well, and now they're making a better job. I pass over to Thorsten a second.
So now we see here like a bit also bit uncertain situation. We have another referee call here, so it's in favor for Barcelona. So there was like attacking the equipment or something, or now it was like hitting the ball or hitting. So here's favor for Barcelona now with his free throw, and yeah.
So they're passing over to the sides.
We need to remember, or we need to mention that the first 2 minutes of the match,
Yes.
Barcelona played with just 5 players.
Yeah.
And rethinking about that, there was quite less attack-like pressure on the basket, while we had then, at least a minute ago, at the final score at the 4-0. So even we need to remember that Barcelona in or March with the power play could not score, but it took them later than on with this 1-1 situation of Christian Förschler here to score the next goal. This is super nice at all. Like,
Yeah, it is
being
really.
with one player less is a huge disadvantage in such a pool.
But they managed it quite good. Now they're passing. Oh,
And
that
there's
was that was really nice rescued from the Barcelona player, number 27.
Super close. It must be Jürgen Scheer here was not able to finalize his counter-attack to turn it into a goal here. Quite. And here's another.
Oh, that's another. Oh,
attack
that
from
was
above.
quite.
Sascha
There's
Büchner.
nobody. that was really close. There was like missing the goalkeeper of Barcelona now. It's missing the defense. Sometimes it happens when they players change outside the water. Now we have a stolen basket from March, number 6. Who's number 6 for March?
Number 6, Georg Daringer here is
Yeah.
stealing the basket now here, but at least you see that the ball is somewhere else, so there must be a roughing or something on the surface. Even the referee stopped the ball. It looked like that it was outside of the field. Maybe they're discussing who's now having the ball.
Oh, it's
So they're like
against- oh,
dividing the
something
teams, and
dropped.
it will be like maybe a referee ball. But what we have seen here was super nice. 2-3 waves from
Yes.
March here attacking,
And
almost scoring, but Barcelona really from the scratch here, from the
they
ring,
really got
they
into the
defended.
grip of defending.
Yeah.
If we see the first half, we had 3 of. Had we 4 or 3 in the first
Three in
half?
the first
3
half,
in the
yeah.
first half.
3-0.
So we have 3-0 in the first half. So you see they're really attacking and defending. They're defending really better now. It's like they heard us and heard the commentaries on the live stream.
They've been motivated by the supporters. You have
that's
seen
like-
the Spanish girls are standing behind
Yeah,
the
they're
Spanish
really
bench, and of
supporting.
course they're going to cheer them super hard. Maybe this likes are like it's bringing more energy inside, like releasing a lot of
Yeah.
energy. Now we have in here. After the discussion, there's a favor now here for Mulch having this free throw, and let's see if they can score another one. So far they made a good job.
Yeah, a really good job.
But
Okay.
Barcelona also made a super nice job in the defending. Unfortunately, we have not seen a super nice chance of the Barcelona team on the offense side, so they're mainly focusing on defense here. But in this, talking about this, they made a super nice job.
I think the next game for Barcelona is Vienna tomorrow. I think that will be also a very interesting game,
This will be very
despite what
interesting,
we've seen now.
Yeah.
Malta and Vienna played earlier. What was the score?
7-0 was it in
7-0,
favor
so
for March.
4-0 against Barcelona is quite. Barcelona is
Good.
really doing a good job.
And you need to remember that there have been 2 minutes. And
Five players
Yeah.
only in the water. So now we have a timeout from Barcelona. They're trying to gather, breathe, really getting the grip of it.
So let's see. We need also to mention that, let's say, March they playing a bit different. So have you seen, for example, Jochen Schottmüller?
Yeah.
I've not seen in the first half.
Yeah.
So he changed with his brother because his brother is right now out. I don't see Martin Schottmüller anymore. As you need to remember, we
Yeah.
don't have
Get fresh players.
like we don't receiving here the exchange numbers here at the
We just
referee
could guess because
commentator
we know
desk.
the teams.
But yeah, we need to guess. So, but this is what I see, and so you could say it's not the, let's say, top squad in the water. They're more mixing the player. Maybe they're trying to save some energy for the upcoming days and matches.
Yes.
But whatever they're trying, it's super close, but not super efficient. So Mulch is,
Yeah.
of course, they're still playing their game, but you can really see that some players are that important for that match,
Yeah.
for their game style, even for finalizing their attacks. So yeah, let's see how it will be in the next matches. But so we have let's say nearly 3 minutes left here. I think this will be, we have here, we can see here a clear winner with March. But here maybe we have seen the first attack now. He's holding the basket.
He clearly hold the basket. One of the
I think
the
this should be
Barcelona
seen,
players.
This should have been seen by the referee. This is, at least the attack was super nice, and if he would made it with his legs, he even would get closer to the basket, but he's not allowed to grab the basket. This should have been seen and called by the referee. But game is going on, so it was not like a significant situation here right now. But this is something that I'm wondering right now that the referee has not seen that.
Yes.
But here you see now a lot of respect on the Mulch side. They're super defense orientated
Yeah.
right now, what they're usually not. As the ball is quite far away from the basket. But
now
I
it's
think
a
there's
referee
and even the
call.
basket is stolen
No,
right
it's stolen.
now. And
Can you
there's
see the number?
yeah, referee is number 9 from Barcelona.
Camilo Gaetan.
Yeah. He's now lying on the basket, and now number 15 is even.
Oh, switching
Even
into it.
switching, yeah.
Carlos Antivari stole switching the
And now
basket.
And now you see Colin Lively. He needs
Yeah.
to take care that he's not pushing the goalkeeper or
Yeah.
the number 15 too far,
So
too strong
because
away, because this is a
the-
foul.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to do this. Number 15 here, Carlos is still lying on the basket. And
And
this
now
gives
they're
a nice
attacking.
advantage. And here you see Christian Brovald is also not allowed to push
And so he's
That's
been there a long
far.
time, still
Yeah,
still
and he's
holding on to it, but now
very
he had
quick.
to go. No! And Christian Brough
Yeah.
was right after him, so it would
Oh,
have
number
been an edge.
23.
Number 3 is going in!
This was the best chance so far for
Yes.
Barcelona.
Two good chances.
Yeah.
Really close.
Number 3 have seen Daniel Garcia here with the best chance on the Barcelona side.
Yeah.
Here in the match. Unfortunately could not make it, but it started with number 15, lying Carlos Santivieri, lying on the basket, stealing the basket away, stayed there for almost a minute, and then there was the attack later from Daniel Garcia with
So yeah.
number 23.
40
Who
seconds
missed to
left.
score here, the first goal for Barcelona.
Yes.
We have 30 seconds left, and this was a super nice, let's say, last action here from Barcelona, but maybe there's another one. Jochen Schottmiller here right now with the single situation,
Trying
attack
really
him the basket.
to go there. I think
But
Barcelona
well defended,
came.
well defended here.
Yeah.
And again here we see Barcelona super physically.
Wow. Yeah,
doing
really
here a great
fast.
job now,
Camilo
passing the
Gaetan
ball
got
through.
grip. We have a player in front, and now
There's a
8-second
referee
referee
call.
call. 7 seconds before the end of
But
the
this
game.
must be the end of the game because
Yeah.
the time is running, and you see
23 is
they're super excited now. Barcelona team, they're celebrating
so
themselves.
it's over.
They did not score, but they made
No.
a super nice match here
Yeah.
against Mulch. Mulch not playing with the top
Yeah.
squad, we would say, because they have a lot of like players usually, and like let's say
Yeah.
players they played, for example, in the German final, like Martin Schottmüller or Jochen Schottmüller just played one half, and they are very important
Yeah.
players here for March. Nevertheless, they made here 4 goals. We have seen the first one. It must be Markus Heckrad or Matthias Otten. The second one we have not seen. The third should have been Martin Schottmüller.
Yeah.
From the point I've seen, and the fourth one, the clearest one, because this was Christian Förschler with a 1-1 situation from half above, attacking
Yes.
the goalkeeper in a 1-1 situation.
Yeah.
On the other side, we have seen number 23, Daniel Garcia, in the last minute of the match with the best chance here so far for Barcelona. So a great match here, thanks to both teams here who
Yeah.
played very well. And I'm handing over then to Lisa.
So, are you handing? Okay. So Lisa is coming in. I'm just doing a quick recap in Spanish. Barcelona perdió, pero realmente ha jugado muy bien, sobre todo en el segundo tiempo, dándolo todo, robando la portería durante unos minutos o segundos, y ha establecido su defensa muy bien en los partidos. Ahora sigo en inglés, because the next game is here. Lisa joining me. Sorry,
back.
2 girls again.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Hi, Annika.
Hi, Lisa. So it's always nice commenting with you.
Thank you. Nice
Yeah.
with you too. Doing a great job.
Thank you.
So,
So if you have any things we can improve, it's my first day commenting.
I think you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
So, it's the game before last for today. So last women's game in Group E, and we have Karen, so it's their second game today, and against Firenze from Italy. Yes, so Karen in blue, Firenze in white, and we have the team list here.
Should I do a Karen again on
Sure.
Firenze?
You have some
speak
practice already.
English? Italian?
I don't, but names are okay.
Okay, so a Karen for the second game. We have number 2 again, Marie Pateteig. Number 3, Stine Rosogdal. Number 4 is Tove Holland. Number 6 is Lisbeth Hoxver. Number 7 is Berit Detley. Number 9 is Kilorg Hullen. Number 13 is Cecile Scorer. Number 15 is Odd Ingrid Crafting. Number 16 is Irene Rawson. Number 17 is Eli Haugen. Number 19 is Hilde Hestangen. Number 20 is Christine Nergard. And number 25 is Lise Knudsen. Oh, so you're doing, here's the Italian list. You want to do them?
Yes, we have so for Firenze, we have number 2 Anita Ricci, number 3 Irene Vicenzo, 5 Elena Rosato, 6 Virginia Pozzolo, 7 Pia Skilstad, 10 Valentina Anichini, 11 Claudia Ricci, 12 Cristina Yamali, 13 Lucia Alessandrini, 16 Cristina Papadopoulou, 21 Stefania Coca, 29 Meto Apostolidi, and 41 Eleonora Iaccheri.
So it will be a tough game for Firenze. They're playing against the last Champions Cup winner, Karen. They're really strong, the Norwegian team.
And the Italians have a lot of new players. Actually, I was
Yes.
speaking with them before. There is only 4 or 5 players actually who are playing at the World Championships in Graz, and
Okay.
then you have a few players who are playing for basically 1
Yeah.
year. So it will be very
Really
interesting.
to
And lots
see.
of players. It's their first game, the first international competition as well.
Yeah,
it's always
could
it's always
be
hard.
really interesting. So
The game should start
right now. So a Karen in ball position, passing up, passing down. That's a quite nice strategic. Really fast entering these games. Maybe also learning from the last games.
So directly
They had the ball dropped. Number 20 recovered it a little bit slow. Attacking, and that could be a goal.
So there was a space on the goal, I think. I don't
Yeah,
know
there
if
was the goalie wasn't quite well on the goal. He was more above it. So the Shiri, the referee, is coming up and going down really fast. I don't know what he did. So we have a nice start from Firenze. We still need to change the names of the teams in the live stream. They're still sending Malta and Barcelona.
So it's Akaren and Firenze playing right now, women's game. And switch the camera as well, so they're attacking the Italian basket. We see here the Akaren playing.
I think there was a goal. Because they're throwing slowly back. It was a goal, it's 2-0. Now we didn't saw the goal because the camera wasn't switched, unfortunately, but yeah. I tell you that now they're working in it. Now we have blue Karen and white Firenze from Italy playing quite strong.
It was a pass, but that was missed. So Karen got the ball. The defenders are not really in true position. Oh yes.
They're really trying to get hold of it.
Here we have Thea under the ball.
Oh, now they stole the baskets from Firenze.
And you see here the goalie, the Firenze goalie is hovering over the Karen player instead of...
look, she's just sitting there like quite calmly, like...
there was a call
nothing.
from the referee.
Yeah.
So...
Is it... They're swimming? I think it's just free throw.
So basket stolen again.
Still stolen, and do they
no one.
No, is it stolen?
It's a goal.
Yeah, it's a goal.
So, but you see, I know for instance, if in my team, if we have the basket stolen, the other person would just come and lie on you, not without pushing, but not giving you the space. And here you had the goalie; she was hovering over the basket, so it was giving a lot of space.
Yeah,
to the attacker. No, the game of Orcas will be the next game against what do they play against Boston Narwhal. So it's in 20 minutes. So another attack now by Akaren.
So we have a game that is really strong on the basket of Firenze, playing quite strong around. The Firenze team is trying to set up a good defense, but they couldn't manage to escape. Now it's one-on-one, the defense is missing.
And the forechecking, the defensive forecheckers are not here either.
Yeah.
And that's for it's not the first time as well. You have the defender, the goalie, but they're missing the third person between the basket and the goal. So it's very easy for the current players to come, especially when they come there in waves.
Yes. Truly.
So let's go.
That's a goal again. So we have another start, but they're swinging right into the current players, managed to get grip of the ball, recovering their first time they reached, but it was holding. And it's
for Firenze.
For Firenze. It's a free throw for Firenze. And they managed in the first time of the game, managed to get to the current goal actually.
Yes.
really nice done goals.
But the ball was stolen now.
Yeah,
Another
another
free
free throw.
from the deck referee. I don't know why. It was immediately after, so maybe it was another, once again, that the distance of 2 meters from the ball bearer was not, it has to be held for 3 seconds. And I guess that's what happened, because otherwise usually don't give a second free throw immediately after one.
Yeah, but now they lost the ball because there was nobody in time there to get it. They recovered it, so I think they're getting into the game.
Yeah, we have Thea here with the ball.
Yeah.
1-1 fighting for the ball. Okay, now holding again. I don't know if you saw I think the Akan player, I think, was holding on to the Firenze player.
Yes, definitely. So she drops the ball. Firenze is recovering it to do this free throw. The 2 meter line is given. It's a circle.
Okay, and you see immediately like they passed the ball, but there was an Akan player just behind the Firenze player, so she could immediately grab her.
Yes.
And didn't let any space for swimming. Now the ball is on the floor, and Akan has 4 players attacking at once against, again, just 2 players from Firenze were missing the forechecker.
That is the goal. Yeah. So the one player passed to the close side, to the corner, and that's the goal. That was a... it's kicking, it's pushing, it's holding. It's all in one. It's a free throw for Firenze. We don't know if the goal counts. It doesn't seem that it counted.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't. No. Yeah.
It's interesting that Akaren is falling so much, because they don't need to.
No, they don't have... They could just be very confident playing their game, establishing in waves, as they did before, but right now they're really physical and fouling.
Okay, so sure.
So there's 3 minutes left in the first.
So Firenze got the balls, trying to get away, but we're missing other players at the floor, and there is again a call from one of the referees. We don't know which one.
The open side referee, but we don't...
Or the deck referee, we don't see, and we don't have any sounds either from the pool, so we don't know what's happening.
But he was...
I guess it will be another free throw.
Roughing.
Again,
for Firenze. That's really interesting that here Karen, a really experienced and a strong team, is roughing and committing so many fouls. If they come to against a team like Firenze, they could just establish a nice, fair game.
They would expect them to play a bit more technical and to be passing around, exhaust them a bit, and
and then go in and score.
Yes. So here we have just one player from Firenze, completely by herself, passing to the next player alone, and pass got caught, of course, by one of the Karen players. But the players are by themselves. They're not.
Oh, that's 1-on-1. That's 1-on-1. But that was
a save.
Really nice that the goalie came in and saved the space. So it wasn't a goal. So
there's no defender in place.
No defender, and it was a nice technical goal from. But it looked like just the normal technique.
The defender came and didn't position herself and went up, and there was 2 Karen players.
Yeah.
So it's still only 5-0. You would think there would have been way more.
No, I'm really surprised these games, the last games. We had games from strong clubs against clubs which are middle field or not so strong, and we would have expected the result to be much higher, but it's normally in the 1-digit number space, like here 5-0 for the first game, 1 minute to go. It's really good by Firenze. They're really getting the grip of it, defending, playing together. No, they really nice job defending.
So here on the goal we have Valentina Nikini, who was playing just before with the men 2 or 3 games ago. She was playing with the men's team as well. Okay, and the goal.
Yeah. 34 seconds to go in this halftime.
Okay, the ball is still in the goal.
6-0 for Akaran. And yeah, nothing so far going on.
Okay, so 10 seconds left. Firenze going with the ball, but they're staying at the surface a lot, so then they get tackled, and it's a bit dangerous when you play against a team that's technically way better than you. If you stay at the surface and then you have a surface scrum, then you lose the 3D aspect of underwater rugby, because you just can only pass down, and everybody will be waiting for you down. If you're at the middle of the water, you can pass all around. So okay, now it's halftime.
Changing of the sides.
So 6-0. Okay, could have been higher difference, I think.
It could be a higher difference. It could be 10-15-0.
But now no.
But it could be higher. We don't know what, but
there is quite the defense of Firenze is holding.
It's holding. I think it's getting into the game. They're playing really nicely together, managing to break through, going to the current goal right now. They're committing a lot of fouls, so they had a lot of chances and free throws.
Yes.
So let's see what the second time brings. Does Firenze have anybody to change?
No, I don't think so. If you see the full list, I think few players are sick, and here they had 13 players, and I know at least one is not here, so 12.
Okay.
So they don't have any exchange players. But Akaran doesn't have a full team either.
No, I don't think so.
Because before their last game, the one they played against Vienna, they also had 3 players not playing. So so they're also maximum 12, I think. So yes, the first game of Akaran today was very interesting because they played against Vienna, who last time they played against each other was 2 years ago, and they won 13-0, and now they won 6-0. And actually the first 5 minutes of the game, Akaran could not score. Not just could not score, but Vienna was all the time in their half, around the Akaran basket.
Yeah, we did this game again together.
Yes, and people were writing in the chat that they could have played better or more technical, or yes, and it's let's see how it goes, because actually I'm a bit surprised that they're not winning more, so to say.
No, it's just the Colombians on the chat really excited for next game.
Okay. Yeah, Boston against Orcas, but for now it's
Firenze, and that's also a nice game because Firenze is making an effort. They have more players, because 2 years ago I was playing with them at the Open European Central Cup, and they hadn't enough players, and now they have a full team of only Italian girls playing, and that's a really improvement, and it's really nice to see that they're doing a quite good job against the Karen, right?
Yes, and I know they have a few new players actually, and that's a good thing to see, that in a country where we're starting to, from outside, you're starting to have some doubts. How is underwater rugby going to survive in Italy? And I think now there's a few young players, and I know in Milan, for instance, there are now 20 people are training every time.
Nice. So that's a really improvement.
Then it's a lot of new players, so it's hard as well to it will take some time for them to get to a good level. But it's very good. Lots of younger players, so it will take some time to get at a good level, truly. But it's also very good for the sport and for the future and the sport in the country.
We're right back in the second half.
Firenze reached the ball first, I think, but they patted it away to Akaran.
So they're defending right now. Karen at the side of Firenze, but they're defending right. They're getting grip of the ball. They're like trying to push it to the side of Karen, holding on to it. So I think
now 1 against 1, no defender again.
It's now they're trying to was it? Yeah, there was.
Yeah,
she just moved a little bit with the hat to the middle of the pool. And then there was...
Yeah, and I think that the current player also dragged her a bit out and made a bit of a space. So you have people from Italy encouraging Italy, sorry, now Firenze for this game. Yeah, so 7-0. It's a good game. It's a good game. They're not giving up, which is the most important.
Yes.
Not to give up against a stronger team. You know, you're playing against the stronger teams. You do your best.
And you learn a lot as well. I think they go out here and taking a lot of experience with them. They also managed to get a women's team for the World Championships this year, so I think it's a good effort.
Yes. Oh, so now we have
the breakthrough, but there was two current player against one Firenze player.
We have against the
there's no defender
two
again.
against one.
I think really the goalies of Firenze are doing a great job, but the defenders have to be there in time to establish a quite more proper defense.
Yes, and it was a goal again.
Yeah.
This one from the top. It's as I was saying before, we're missing a third person underwater defending, helping the defender and the goalie a lot of times. And that's a question of experience, of endurance as well.
Yes.
Of being always able to know when you have to be down and supporting your teammates.
Yeah. And you have to establish a quite good rhythm to keep in breath, not to be exhausted too quickly. Now we have a nice scrum, but Karen managed to get the ball. And they're coming in a wave of 3. Onto there's no defender.
Oh, the ball
fell
fell. They lost the ball. Oh, pushing.
Free throw for Firenze again. Really nice. So... they're trying to attack in a wave to the current, but they can't manage to break through.
And that's where you see that the Karen is a more experienced, a more technical team. Every free throw, they have stolen the ball from Firenze. So basically, the Firenze would lose the advantage almost immediately. Lose the advantage of the free throw.
Yeah,
because the ball gets stolen at once. They get a small breather, but you play twice 10 minutes, and it's okay if you don't have so much time to catch your breath, actually. So now we have a scrum on the surface side.
Yeah, it's okay.
You can see it even if we don't see it from the camera. We see the players underneath.
So we're pushing through. You know, it's a fast. So it's a Karen, but defense was there, but she gets distracted. Now there's no defense. Really nice technical attack, but they managed to... No, there was a goal. Yeah, they managed to score.
There is some defenders. There's some problem with the coordination with the defenders.
Yeah, in this particular situation, she was like really distracted and moved away from the goal when she would have stayed.
I think the other defender was coming down to exchange her, so she went out to the ball, and then both defenders were too far out. And
but that's it's timeout for Firenze. So
I'm in a timeout.
Yes.
Hello.
So we have currently right now 124 people watching in the live chat from different countries.
120?
124 actually.
Okay,
that's nice. Some people stay with us a lot of time. For example, Colombo is watching a lot of games. Right now,
sorry, the Norwegians are 11, as you can see. They have 5 chairs.
5 chairs.
So we're 11 players in total.
Oh, that's interesting.
And Firenze, I think they also have 5 chairs as well.
And there's Winnie coming through. Oh, Lisa, that's Creek.
There's some people asking in Greek in the chat. So Mitho is number 29 for Firenze.
So we're starting again, 5.5 minutes left of this game. quite strong into a scrum in the middle, trying to hold on. One of the Italian girls is not losing. There, yeah, now she's passed to another one, but there was an Karen player a little bit faster, just a millisecond, and they're into a scrum in the corner of their Karen basket.
Yes, and that's a mistake they've done a few times now. The Firenze players, they make passes that are a bit too far.
Yes.
And Akan players are fast and very good at detecting those weaknesses, and they will just go for it and get the ball. So now we have again a free throw for
Firenze. So it's quite far this game
pushing.
only has been free throws for Firenze because of faults of Karen. Free throw after pushing or holding without the ball. And they're now, but they managed really good placing the ball in the far corner of the basket. But one of the defenders was there really quick.
There is no more defender down.
Now there's, yeah, that's the problem. Now there's no defender. So if the ball is really dropping, which happened right now, so so Italy managed to, but it was a pass in the blind, and there was a current player much faster. No defender again.
But you see, before the defender, both of them, they went in their turn, in their time. Oh, there was a goal again, so the attacker stole the basket, lied on it, belly down, and scored. Just got the ball and scored. But you saw twice now in the previous phase, you had the defender going down and seeing that the ball was at the surface, and she just stayed mid-height, mid-depth. And while when is that dangerous, so to say, you should just go down completely and just defend, stay in position, because once the others have stolen your position, you cannot get comfortable around basket and defend correctly.
So there was scrum at the middle of the pool, trying to break through. Karen got in possession of the ball. There are more players down from Karen in a wave of two. A third person comes in, nicely played. But there's the defender. There's the defender right now.
Goalie.
Yeah, no, the goalie went down.
Okay.
So it's a scrum again in top of the Firenze basket. Another second wave of persons coming in. There's a Finn in the middle of the pool.
Yeah, Karen's playing really without stress, taking their time. And that was a goal.
Yeah.
And a bit of holding the neck. And someone lost their fin, should go for it.
Nobody goes for the fin, but the Shiri, the referee, got hold of it, going up with the fin.
So you have to play with both your fins. You're not allowed to play without fins because it's very dangerous. Actually, your kick is way stronger. So if someone gets kicked by a person without a fin, it's way faster and can really hurt.
Yeah. There's also in favor of the white team, we have here in the live chat Margarita, who's saying that they're doing a quite good job, with which we can agree, I think.
I think Margarita would be playing if she weren't pregnant.
Yeah. So congratulations on that.
She was playing in Graz.
Oh, nice.
Last game for some time, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have actually Firenze in the corner, in the close corner of the Akaren half. Of course, they're swamped by Norwegian players, but now we again 2 players going around the Akaren basket.
Yes. Really nicely played. Moving.
Oh, they lost the ball.
Through, but they tried to. They was close to recover the ball, but then we have the defense. The goalie is always there, but it's missing the defender, right? But that was a good one.
Now the defender got on the goal, and but we're still missing. We have a surface scrum now, and there is no defender for the white team. Okay, now she's there at the same time as the 2 Akaren players. Yes, and 1 against 1 again.
Oh, that's a goal. Yes,
that's a goal.
Yes, a really nice technique, 1 against 1 from the backside of the goalie.
But you see that the Firenze players are
tired.
You only have one person down when they're attacking. You only have one person and when they're defending it close to the goalie,
Yeah.
and the others are not rolling all
Yeah,
that well.
and there are 30 seconds, 20 seconds left.
And so
It's
again,
12-0.
surface from Firenze holding onto the ball, and I think holding it onto it, trying to hold onto it for the next 10 seconds so they don't get another goal. Akaran got the
4
ball.
seconds left, but there's a defender and the goalie crapping onto the neck, trying to lift her up, and that's it. That was the penultimo juego.
Was it goal or was it
I
the
don't
end
think
of the game?
it's the end of the game.
Because the ball got in the goal, but I don't know if it was exactly at the same time.
I think it's 12-0, yeah. 12-0, Karen against Firenze. And right now I'm saying goodbye and taking
Next break.
The last game against Orcas are doing Lorena and Lisa together. So have a nice evening. I'm saying goodbye.
So, for the people watching us, so what was something said on the chat? Can you hear me? My microphone's a bit too low. Okay, so this game was very interesting actually. Akan against Firenze, the score went a bit as expected. It could have been higher actually. Akan is known for scoring with higher differences, but Firenze played really well. They defended very well. It was a very hard game for them. But 12-0, it was very decent score actually for Firenze, so that was really good.
Here I'm back again. Hello Lisa, how are you doing?
Good, that's a very beardy Lorena I have, and for the last game.
Thank you. I do my best. I shortened my hair, and the lipstick is not working, but...
You forgot the nail polish as well. Yes.
True.
So,
last game of the day, day 1 of the Champions Cup 31 here in Berlin, and it's the last game of the day, and we see the Colombian outfits again. I like these colors in their numbers. It looks so...
happy and positive,
yeah,
no?
Exactly. It's not like skulls and bones, but it's colors and flowers.
Exactly.
I love that. Are these clouds?
No, I think it's sea, how's it called? Sea fauna.
Nice.
Could be, I don't know, I didn't look at them for close. So we have playing in blue, we have the Orcas. So number 1, should I say in Spanish the names, numbers?
Yeah.
Spanish, okay.
Go ahead.
Número 1, Federico Londoño. 2, Jorge Franco. No, he's not playing because he's sick. 4, Daniel Arias. 6, Javier Perea. 7, Manuel Celis. 8, Pablo Castellón. 10, Simón Díaz. 11, Samuel Gaviria. 14, Alejandro Oviedo. 24, Camilo Díaz. 32, Sebastián Ochoa. 37, Diego Gómez. 90, Remel Camargo. Y 99, Juan José Laverde. And for the white team, the Boston Narwhals, we have playing in white. Number 2, Thomas Galeano. 5, Joshua Stone. 6, Timmy Burke. 8, Sid Sibley. 10, Tommy Skinner. 11, Katie Donovan. 12, Jay Theriault. 15, Christian Durham. 17, Joseph Gomez. 19, Mate Galeano. 31, Mike Picot. 66, Jan Schnorr. And 99, John Stevens. So, Lorena has joined us here for the last game, Orcas against Narwhals.
Yes, so already the last game of the day. It's amazing how time goes quickly. Colombia, ahora van a jugar los chicos contra
Los Narwhals de Boston.
Narwhals de Boston, sí. ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Está todo el mundo ahí en Colombia y en Boston preparados para alentar a los equipos?
No, todavía está comentando la gente para las italianas, pero ya están empezando a comentar los colombianos. So, last game of the day for the men, for the first day of the Champions Cup, and it is also Group A again. So it was group, had Orcas, the Unidive, Goals, and Boston Narwhals. We already had Orcas against the Goals. They won 11-0, and this game, I think that I don't know how it will go. I don't know if it will be again around 10 to 15-0 maybe.
No, I would say below 10. I would say between 5 and 7, something like this. And it's not that, um, we don't want the people from Boston to get upset at us because we are maybe saying that the Colombian team is going to win, but actually they are the favorites. They are also the world champions, and because of that, I believe that it might be a tough game. But I know the people from the US can play very good rugby. There's some Colombians there as well. Mateo Galeano is there, right? He learned with the Orcas. He started when he was 7 years old or so. It's really so funny.
And there is Mateo and Tomas Galeano as well.
Yeah, Tomas was 7. And Mateo, I think Tomas is which one is the youngest one? Tomas or Mateo? Tomas, exactly. Tomas started with 7, and Mateo was, I think, 10 or 11, something like this. So with the Orcas, and then they moved to the US. So they have very good players as well, but Orcas have been training together since very long time and have been tuned up very well. So let's see.
The game started, so it was a big fight now for the ball, actually. This will be quite heated game, I think.
Probably, because we have some Colombians also on the other side, and there's a lot of passion in South American blood.
Yes. But then also we have on the Boston side, that's why I think there will be a bit higher difference. You have some older players as well, and not so fast, and maybe
but
if there is counter-attacks, they're good at defending, but they have to be there, and I don't know if they're a bit more experienced than the Australians, so maybe they will not make the same mistakes in the defense of not being there, but they have to be there on time because they're not as fast, I think.
I think Boston has more experience than Australia.
Yeah.
For a ball, they know the Colombian play much better.
True.
So I think they know they have to defend, and I think they don't have problem in being all the time defending, even if it's exhausting, and risking for that just maybe 5 goals instead of really risking it and going. But we have the couple of fastest guys that they have, and that's it. So they're defending, they're in position. We have one of the Orcas on the one side, but has been tackled, or where's the ball? Oh,
there was a pass to the... Okay, no, there was already a free throw.
Free throw against Orcas because of holding without ball. Let's see.
Okay. But actually the Narwhals had gotten the ball back and they were leaving the basket.
Yeah, but we couldn't see, and then Orcas recovered, and then the counter-attack, Oviedo just passed, and good action from the defender that intercepted that ball, recovered it, and is, passing it toward the surface, and now they're in the counter-attack, and we have defender and goalkeeper in position, but already, look, they're almost, half of the team are there already trying to help each other. Oh, there was... Okay, he didn't saw the ball or thought that it was going to be grab another of the white team. And then in the middle, still trying to establish a bit of the flow of the game, both teams. And now we have one of the Orcas coming from the side, and I think that was a goal. Yeah,
by Manuel Celis.
Yeah, Manuel Celis. First goal, it took them 3 minutes. Good job from Boston. That was the defender was not really well. I mean, he was in the basket, but was not on that side. I don't know. Maybe
he didn't see it. Celis got a bit too much. Like he wedged himself between the wall and defender, and then managed to score.
And they have very good technique on attacking from the half altitude.
Yes. So there was a question if the women can play with the men. Yes, you can play in the men's tournament. You can play mixed. It's just in a women's tournament. It's only women allowed, but it's not like a world or zone championship. You can play mixed if you in the men's tournament.
So we are now on top of the basket. Oh, that was a good save by the US team. It was about to enter that ball, and the defender just intercepted it, and right now they're still fighting that. There's chaos. Manuel Celis coming over the same side, and it was recovered very well by number 2. Who's number 2? Boston? There.
In
Sí, Tomás. I
Tomás
thought so.
Galano.
The ball was outside the area, so now it's a free throw against US. Let's see if now the Colombian team can maybe have a little bit more of a flow. They're not really on their game either because Boston is really in the way all the time. I mean, Celis coming again over the open side, but it's being stopped, and that was a goal. I think that was a mistake when the goalies were changing and the ball came from the side.
Yes, there was a space there, and Orcas used. So all the Tomas, I don't think was a also goal, but yeah, there was some space against between the wall and the goalie, and that was space to score.
Acaban de meter un gol los chicos de Orca, sí, es el segundo del partido, pero no la tienen fácil. El equipo de US está realmente defendiendo bien y veo que los chicos todavía no están realmente muy dinámicos y organizándose y haciendo las olas de ataques que suelen hacer. Pero esto les pasó a muchos de los equipos. Many of the teams that had a second game today, because this is also the second game of Orcas, were not really happy with the way they played the second game of the day. The first one they were very awake and nice, and the second like took a while until they were in. So let's see. Boston is also look, they're in position, then the forecheckings try to disturb the flow because they know that otherwise they don't have a chance, because if they move the Orcas...
Another, the attacker didn't see that there was actually someone at the basket, and when his teammate was tried to signal him that he was behind him, that he had already passed the ball to the empty. Oh, we have one player
I
of
think
Orcas
that's Camilo. Camilo Diaz just stole the basket. This is his signature, and that's a goal. Camilo Díaz, sabemos que lo hace. Creo que todo el mundo hoy por hoy sabe que Camilo lo hace, hasta los referees saben que lo hace. So 3-0, but I think it's still a good, can you say, it's not that they are having goals and goals and goals. It's taking few minutes.
I thought the score would be way higher.
Yeah,
to be honest.
It's really a good game.
Okay, now Orcas La Verde.
La Verde en una, creo que Jigby Jixit. Juan José La Verde, el más chiquito del equipo de Orcas, creo todavía tiene 20.
Chiquito en edad, pero sí, no en cuerpo, ¿no?
Sí, es el sub-21 todavía. Y bueno, a ver, está la mamá de La Verde, está Jacob, están todos mirando, y de Boston están todos los fans ahí alentando a los equipos. So here we come again with the Orca team from the open side, and that's the 22.
22, no.
Did we have it?
32, Sebastián Ochoa.
Okay. Now the last two goals happen super fast. We were already talking about it, maybe we jinxed it, but now I think it would be a good opportunity for the team maybe to take a timeout, because they kind of lost a little bit their positions. I mean, it was very chaotic, and the Orcas really took advantage of that.
Yes, and you have to concentrate again. Now it's the third time in a row that just at starting at midfield they meet the Orcas and they get the ball stolen immediately. Now you had no goalie on the basket, and it was potentially very dangerous. So now we had number 6, Javier Perea, Cali, still staying down, and it was a goal from the closed side. I didn't see who it was. Someone big, maybe Samuel. No, Samuel was out. I don't know.
I didn't see because I was reading the chat. Otro gol. ¿Quién lo metió? ¿Pudieron ver? No estaba leyendo el chat y por eso no pude ver quién metió el gol. Well, 6-0. Maybe you are right. I still think that it's going to stay maybe under 10, but we'll see.
Let's see. There's another minute and a half
Because it
left.
really took a long time. The first
Oviedo.
three goals.
The goal was by
Okay,
Oviedo.
Gracias.
Pero Oviedo no es tan grande.
Sí, están todos más pesados. Sí, todos. Todos ejercitaron mucho en el último año. So we have now the counter attack.
2 against 1. Okay.
Wow, that was a really interesting pass. They cross pass. The ball went on one side and came back on this side of the basket.
It was Mate
really nice
Galeano.
to see.
Mate Galeano was on the goal.
Yeah,
Defending and grabbed the ball, went up with them.
and we have another 1-on-1, and now the goalkeeper is trying to keep the other one down by pushing him, and we have one of the players from Orcas trying to do like el destornillador or like a marla, but it didn't work out. We've been defended very well.
Scrum at the surface.
Yeah.
We're missing a defender here. That you have a scrum at the surface. I think it's important also to have your defender, not just your goalie, especially if the other team is fast. Because then they can position themselves well under the basket and the defender cannot come, even if they don't have the ball. Okay, so now the ball is around the basket.
Let's see, we have now one of the Colombian players just stole the basket for a second there, but went up, and they're in the corner fighting for the ball, but I can't see who is in possession. Now we can hit. Okay, that was the end of the first half, so it's 6-0 for Orcas. Boston started very strong. It took at least 7 minutes or so for Orcas to make the first 3-4 goals, but then the last 2-3 actually were quite fast. They happened, all of them within a minute and a half or 2 minutes. So
they broke them. Like the beginning, I think Boston was defending very well and consistently, and then I think they got a bit tired, and Orcas broke them like one goal after the other immediately.
And the problem is when you commit a mistake, when 2 goals happen quickly, then normally you are a bit of in a state of mind. If you cannot, let it behind and then be in the situation, then a third goal might happen, because I have the impression that the team is still like under shock, because 2 goals happen like nothing, although they were being good defenders and really fighting every millimeter, and suddenly it got like a bit out of control.
Yes.
And then in this kind of mental state is when teams like Orcas, teams like Norway, like the Finnish teams are very experienced. It's like take nothing and
yes, and they also mentally on their side, like, okay, we just put 2 goals in a row, let's keep on going like
exactly.
That. Yes.
Este es el último juego del día. Estamos viendo el equipo colombiano de Orcas contra Boston Nahuels y falta 1 minuto del medio tiempo, o sea, de la pausa en el medio tiempo para comenzar la segunda mitad, y vamos 6-0. Han estado defendiendo muy bien los chicos de Boston por los primeros 6-7 minutos del primer tiempo, pero luego tuvieron como 2-3 goles muy rapidito, así que vamos a ver ahora si estos 3 minutos les ayudan a recuperar y a concentrarse nuevamente para mantener el ¿cómo se llama? El score bajo.
Sí, la cosa es que los de Boston también tienen un par de jugadores que son muy nuevos y otros que son un poco más antiguos, más maturos de edad, y que no son tan rápidos, así que no sé a nivel de endurance cuánto pueden aguantar todavía, que ya se nota un poco más cansados los últimos 3-4 minutos.
¿Jugaron antes también los de Boston?
No, primer partido.
Sí. Ok, so, a ver, ¿cómo estamos los fans de los equipos? Déjenles mensajes, comenten. Cuando los equipos miren los partidos pueden ver los comentarios online. Seguro que se alegran de ver que los familiares, que los amigos han dejado ahí mensajitos. Let's see. So, few seconds.
Both teams are full. We
start.
12 players on each side. And Orcas have the ball first.
Oh, okay, they got the ball, and it's almost...
This is a big difference from the first halftime, because the first halftime they were together at the ball at the same time. It was a big fight. Now Orcas clearly got their first pass and got through.
But they also pass it to the back.
To the back and then to the front. But they made a wall.
Oh,
Okay. So Orcas are attacking the basket now, and it was a goal. No, not goal.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So I'm jumping in here for Lorena, and there's a call from the referee. Referees are going, oh, penalty. It's a penalty against the Boston Nahuels. Always interesting. I talked about Annika. I don't know why, but penalties are always a special moment when you watch them because it's a one-on-one, and you always think about how you would do it and how would you go and defend and how would you attack. So I'm curious who's going to be the keeper for Boston and who's going to be the attacker for the Orcas from Colombia.
What was the penalty? I didn't see why they called it
Holding.
penalty.
Normally it should be holding of a goalkeeper or shoulder in the basket.
Yeah, I couldn't
Who
really
is
see
it?
because
Is
it was players all around.
Is this Samuel? No.
No.
Laverde? No. Whoa, he's coming in fast. Ocho.
Gotcha.
He's going up again.
Pablo Garcia.
Going up again, taking a breath. He really came in really fast.
And it's Mate Galeno on the goal, defending.
Coming in from above again, really with a lot of... Ow, that was elegant. He let go of the ball and just dropped it above the head. It looked almost like a dance move. Was really elegant. I liked it.
Yes, it was almost he lost the ball, but it casually fell into the basket.
Yeah, casually. I like that word. Casually fell in the basket. He casually scored.
By accident, actually did fall in the basket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was penalty 7-0.
This is how you should score all the time, casually. Like that. Yeah.
On purpose. It should be on purpose.
No, but casually is more like, sure you do it on purpose, but it should look casually. Okay, back. We have 7.5 minutes, no, 7:45 left here in the second half. Orcas in blue against the Boston Arrows in white. And it's a 7-0 lead for Colombia. And Boston tried to punch through the defense of Colombia. They didn't succeed. And we have 4 Orcas here coming for the basket. Whoa, that was decisive by Laverde. There was no doubt about where the ball should be placed. Nice push.
This is what I was saying before, that it might be what would happen, like against Australia a bit, that the players would not roll back fast enough into defense, and Orcas would just counter-attack, and people would not be there on time. And now it was the same. We had 4 against 1.
Yep.
This, of course, you have no chance when this happens.
Yeah, it's quite massive. They do it, and with a lot of speed. Like the scene here again, we have a counter. Whoa, there was a pass behind the back of the defender.
Rebound pass on the floor under the defender. And the goal, of course.
Lisa, the self-confidence and the ball control you need to do this. And it was, it was not like accidentally. It was like what they do. And this is what I like about the Colombian game. And I don't think Boston is such an easy opponent. But they just outrun and outplay them.
Yes, and I think Boston also is getting a bit more tired, and Orcas knows that they're winning, and they have understood, I guess, where the weaknesses of Boston are, so that they go in for them, and they exploit them.
Yes,
they have a very good game intelligence. They can. They themselves, they know how to play very well, and they function together very well, and then they also are able to read the game of their opponents very well, understand it.
And they react as a team to it. That's amazing.
Oh, the
live stream
is lagging. Okay, it's back. Oh, it's a bit. Live stream is lagging.
Yeah, it's a team intelligence they have, because it's not just one player exploiting the weakness of the other team, but it's a whole team reacting to it.
1 against 1. Who was that? No sé si alguien vio quién apuntó ahora el gol. No sé si Londoño.
And you never know what they're gonna do. They can score themselves. They play together and pass to the other one.
Ochoa anotó el último gol.
For the goalkeepers and the defenders, it's really difficult to estimate what's going to happen in front of their basket, because some teams, they will go in with a brute force. Some teams will always play back and forth, but with the Orcas, they can look at how they break free of the counter defense attack and just
no one was there. There was not even defense was not swimming back yet.
Yeah. It's
defense in the better defensive positions. I mean,
it's like you go with a knife through paper. It's just like effortless.
Yes, in Boston now they're tired.
Yeah.
Oh, they took a timeout, which I think is a good decision on the side to regroup, take a breather a bit, get some air.
because they were more and more overrun. The goals, the scoring of the Orcas was happening faster and faster.
Yes.
One time about.
It took the Orcas 3 minutes to score the first goal actually, and now we are already at 11-0.
Right now I'm enjoying a beer, and Lisa reminded me that Budweiser was bringing us a beer from Budweiser, and I think that started again what happened in Graz at the World Championship when I promised Budweiser beer for each player if they score in a game, and they did 10 seconds later, and this just started a kind of we bring you beer and I promise you goals, or other way around, you promise me goals and we bring you beer. It was interesting, and it seems to happen again.
In the end, I think Wolf sponsored quite a lot of beer to the teams.
Yes, I did.
Biggest expense during the World Championships. Okay, so timeout is out and we're starting again. So you see here the Narwhals of Boston, they stay at the surface a lot when they start playing again with the ball. They stay at the surface, and then the only option you have is passing down, and then you have one of the Orcas players getting the ball and scoring.
And they underrun them. It's really like the Orcas go down deep and with speed, and they underrun. Like in this situation, it was a change of the hands with the ball, and they just re-put the ball in the basket by himself. It was impressive.
So again.
So deeper,
so
Boston.
This time there was a pass before the contact with the team, but lost the ball.
And again with a low speed, 3 players from Colombia coming into the basket.
And Renver Camargo scoring from top, 12-0. So Lorena is looking at me here in the booth. Like I think I had said there would be 10 to 15 goals difference, and Lorena thought around 8. So.
But it's you withstand a team, like you said, it took them for the first goal 3 minutes, but to withstand an avalanche of a team like the Orcas, you lose a lot of energy and focus, and this is how Boston pays now for it. They're just like overrun and again under swim, and they don't even manage to really break into the half of the Colombians, and they're stopped on the way. And then the brutal counterattacks come when 3-2 Orcas just punch through. But here we see...
you see here, sorry, their defender is standing, the last player is actually quite fast, quite far in the pool. And there is no way they will be able to counter on time a fast counterattack from Orcas.
Even the time to it takes them to dive down is more than it takes the Orcas to cross the whole pool.
And here we have Boston attacking, actually close to the basket, but it's 1 player against 3-4 players of Orcas. So that's where you see that the Narwhals are tired.
There was a pass through his own feet in a turnaround. Nice movement, beautiful movement, and very playful movement. This is what I like about the Orca style. It's also very playful. It's strong, it's hard, it's fast, but it's also playful. You see, they enjoy what they're doing.
Yes. Okay, but now it's
Boom.
Another goal.
Wow.
Okay,
there was the goalkeeper was just there was a little gap, and it's just in the movement and the turn of the player waiting on the open side. He just pushed it into this gap. Amazing.
Yeah, so that was goal. I think it was Samuel. I think it was Samuel Gaviria scoring, number 11. But let's see, I think Boston is playing now the last couple minutes a bit more collected. Also they were able to break through and playing a bit around the Orcas basket. So they got some air, it always gives the team an opportunity to focus again. If you have some time where you're not only defending, but you can actually use your technique and make your game a bit, even if then you get scored on, it's you regroup and you get concentrating again. Pass,
nice interception.
And a counter-attack again from the Orcas.
And the turns, wow, well saved by the goalkeeper.
I think that's Thomas? No.
That was, congratulations to that save, because the movement, I think it was Laverde again, he did
was coming very fast and very strong.
And torquing into this into the defense of the one-on-one situation.
Yes, so now
Call from the
penalty
referee.
for Orcas.
Is it? Yeah, looks like.
Okay. So this now would be great to have actually access
sound
to
from the- yep.
sound from
Yep.
the referees, because we don't know where they got the penalty and we also don't have a replay, so we cannot really say. So maybe, no sé si vio alguien en internet, si alguien sabe por qué les dieron penalti a los Orcas, que nosotros no vimos y tampoco escuchamos. So we have attacking number 32.
Oh, he's trying the Merla. Ah, and he has his hands. Wow, this is interesting. He's not allowed to have his hands in the basket.
We have against Sebastián Ochoa, against Mate Galeano, and that's a goal.
But it was hard. It was not that easy to put it through.
No.
And I'm not sure. What do you say, Lisa? Putting your both hands into the basket? I think you're not allowed to put any part of your body in the basket.
You're not allowed to wedge into the basket. If you have your hands, but they're free standing around, you just put your hand, but you're not doing anything with them. I think you're allowed.
Not sure. I think I remember you're not allowed to put any part of your body in the basket.
You're not allowed to hold onto the basket.
That too. Plus, well, end of the game, last game, and this was game number 19 here on Champions Cup 31.
31 games.
It was an amazing day already, and I was talking to Reinhard Schottmüller, the old beer of the Malch team, and I said, yeah, we really love the atmosphere around the pool at the Champions Cup, and he said, yeah, that's one of the reasons we definitely want to come to the Champions Cup, because the atmosphere here with all the teams from all over the world, and it's a family atmosphere, it's really relaxed, and although you have a high competition going on in the water, everybody outside the water is friendly and smiling, and the whole atmosphere is quite relaxed, and everything is running smooth. We are super good in time. We have now, what time is it, Lisa? Well, it's...
No, it's 5 to 9.
Perfect.
Bueno, aquí son las 5 para las 9. Muchas gracias por haber visto los partidos con nosotros hoy. Así acaba el primer día de la Champions Cup, de la 31 primera.
Sí, 31.
De la Champions Cup número 31 aquí en Berlín. El último partido del día fue Orcas contra Boston Narwhals. Acabó 15-0 para los Orcas de Colombia. Y muchas gracias a todos los fans que estaban viendo, los familiares, los amigos, siguiendo el partido en el chat, dándonos mucha información también sobre quiénes han dado los goles y cómo estaba yendo todo, que conocen a los jugadores mucho mejor que nosotros. Y así nos vemos mañana.
Auch vielen Dank an die Zuschauer in Deutschland, die bei uns im Livestream zugeschaut haben und im Live-Chat waren. Ich hoffe, ihr habt die Spiele genossen. Und morgen sehen wir Malch auch wieder im Wasser, den deutschen Meister. Gute Nacht von Berlin in die Welt. Merci pour tout le monde regarder le livestream.
Merci à tous d'avoir regardé le live stream
Oui,
de la 31e Champions Cup.
C'est ce que je voulais dire.
Depuis Berlin.
Alors, le team de Bordeaux m'est complimé pour mon français, mais j'ai plus l'exercice et n'importe quoi je parle. Et j'aime beaucoup d'avoir une équipe de France ici.
Et Bordeaux joue demain matin le premier match contre Molde à 8h du matin. Then we have Molde against Bordeaux tomorrow, so Norway against France. First game tomorrow at 8 a.m. Then we have Ege against Zurich and Budjovice against Firenze and Vienna against Barcelona, goals against Narwhals. So we have the 5 first games will be men's games, and we'll switch to 4 women's games, so Amager Helvetia, Orcas Makers, Black Mermaids Barcelona, and Vienna Firenze tomorrow. This is until 12:30, and that will be the end of the group phase. So we have 9 games tomorrow.
And the last game tomorrow will be at 8:45, so we will finish around 9:15, so probably a little bit like today. So tomorrow is going to be a long day with underwater rugby and the live transmission.
Yes,
so
we will have, Wolf, the first game 2 times 15 minutes actually. The game before last tomorrow will be 2 times 15 minutes.
Yes.
And because what is it? The only game actually 2 times. There's only 2 games that are 2 times 15 minutes.
And the finals again. I think that's the semi-finals. Could it be?
Yes, but it's written wrong apparently on the game plan because the finals are written 2 times 10.
Huh. Okay. We'll see tomorrow. We'll get a new plan.
Yes.
And yeah. Bah.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the live stream. Lorena is here with us. No, it's
Annika behind us.
Annika.
Annika's behind us. So we have today we had 6 people commenting. So we had Wolf, Lorena, Annika, Beate, Thorsten,
Lisa.
and myself, Lisa. So that was 4 women and just 2 men commentating, which I think is a big first. Last year we had the first
Totally
women's duo commentating, was Lorena
Last
and
Champions
myself.
Cup, yep, last year.
And this year we actually had most of the day it was 2 women, I think, or at least.
Yeah. I think that's also an important point. I like to play rugby with women and against women because they think they play more intelligent, and I think the way you look at the game and your commentating is different to the men's perspective. So I think that's a good thing to have women-only teams commentating the games. It's a different perspective, and I like that a lot. So we're gonna push forward in that direction.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Good night to the world.
For the 91 people still watching, we are now switching our microphones off, and there is nothing more happening right now.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Good
you
night
for
to the
watching.
world.
Good night.
Good night.